town, led by their record-setting quarterback, Matt Johnson. They'll square off against a Bulls team that's out for revenge after last year's one-point loss. It's BG and UB, and it's coming up next.
This Ole Miss team has come in here with an attitude.
Campus of the State University of New York at Buffalo, the MAC season opener, and it's going to be a good one. The Falcons of Bowling Green are in town to take on the Bulls of UB. Hi, everybody. Welcome to MAC Football. I'm Mike Cairns. Glad to be teamed up once again by my defensive partner, Frank Stams. Ben Wagner will join us a little bit later on. These two teams love to throw the football, and they can score points. Look at the conditions today, partner. Windy, rainy. How will that affect the offense?
Well, they're going to be challenged today, both these teams wanting to throw the football with the wind. And Joe Namath said it best, nothing affects the passing game more than the wind. And, of course, you add a little rain and moisture on that ball. It's going to take a lot of concentration for them to execute in the passing game. So this wind is certainly going to be a factor today.
All right, let's take a look at our Star Watch, beginning with the visitors, the Falcons of Bowling Green, and their outstanding quarterback, Matt Johnson, who has put himself on the national map with the way he started this year.
Well, the coaches say he has it. He has the it factor, and he's completing the ball at a high percentage, 70%, over 70% last week. He hit 8 different receivers. He spreads it around. He's got a great command of what they're trying to accomplish, and he's just very, very efficient back there.
Yeah, you want to see how efficient he is. Check out the stat. They talked about Boykin at TCU. He's one of the Heisman hopefuls. Well, you better add Matt Johnson to that list, because you look at the stats up against that quarterback, and he's as good as anybody in the country. But the Bulls will certainly have their hands full. They've been one of the best defenses in the MAC for a long time. I know you love talking defense. Let's talk Nick Gilbo.
Well, Nick Gilbo, great story here. A walk-on from his freshman year. He's proved himself time and time again. His challenge today is not so much going to be of the physical nature, but getting his guys lined up the correct way, because BG, man, they play fast. They wouldn't get a number of plays. So he's got to communicate the calls from the sidelines to his front guys, his front four, get lined up. Now, as far as his athletic ability, he's got size. He's 230 pounds, and he's got great range. He's a player. He'll be a factor with that defense today.
Yeah, and with this wind and this rain, they're going to want to run the football, and they better watch out for Anthony Taylor. He had a huge game against Bowling Green last year, over 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. Should be a great start to the MAC season. The Falcons are in town to take on the Bulls. The starting lineup and the opening kick is coming up next.
In the hunt for the college football playoff, the food chain is never settled. Everybody is sizing up everybody else. But who has what it takes to make it to the top?
They'll remember our names.
The grandest entrance in college football.
What a throw by Kaiser. Watson, he's fired it, and he touchdown. This is a huge opportunity for both teams.
An electric atmosphere. The battle of unbeatens.
Notre Dame, Clemson, tonight at 8 Eastern on ABC and streaming live on Watch ESPN.
To have a chance for 28, they've got to win this one. The American League Wildcard Game, Tuesday at 8 on ESPN.
Welcome back to Buffalo, getting ready for BG and UB. Let's welcome in the third member of our broadcast team, roaming the sidelines on a wet day, Ben Wagner. Hi, Ben.
Hi, guys. It's not going to be an easy task today for either of the sidelines. Consistent breezes up to 22 miles an hour, blowing right into the face of the BG sidelines. But the conditions we have are pretty much going to be it the rest of the day. The good news, though, it won't get any colder, although it's going to feel a lot colder. We're at 45 degrees right now, and it should feel about 38 by the time we're done tonight.
Now, Buffalo won the toss, and they have deferred to the second half, so we'll get to see Matt Johnson and the Falcons offense here this afternoon. Glad you could join us for MAC football. Mike Cairns, Frank Stams, Ben Wagner from UB Stadium on a cold, rainy
fall day here in Buffalo.
I see you got the spot behind the window. He's no dummy.
It's the only thing I've done right today.
I had to extend my cord so I could get back from the window. I mean, the rain's coming in sideways here.
Can't you tell which one of us was the professional football player and played outdoors? Could you tell? This is going to be a great match. I'm looking forward to this one.
Oh, hey, impressive. Now the Bulls, I'll tell you, they're making a statement saying, hey, we're not afraid of that, the big bad wolf there. We're going to give it right to you and make you execute in this weather.
Hervé Kobe and Scott Miller are back deep for the Falcons. Adam Mitchison will get us going, and we're getting ready for the start of the MAC season, the showdown between two of the MAC East powers here this afternoon. And that's Tyler Grassman underway, and this one is deep and will be returned. That's Scott Miller. Miller cut down at the 15.
No better way to make a statement than that right there, cutting them down inside. Well, you mentioned it, the 15. Great special teams play.
C.J. Stansel, the junior from Chesterfield, Virginia. And here comes Matt Johnson and the Falcons offense. And take a look at the season that he has had. The redshirt senior, hip injury, game one, missed all of last season. And he is back with a vengeance this year.
I listened to some of his post-game remarks after last week. Humble kid. He's got a great command. And like all quarterbacks, he sees the field with great vision.
Ryan Burbrink will be his first target of the afternoon. He scoots out across the 20 to the 22. One thing you'll notice about Matt Johnson, he loves to use every one of those guys.
Right.
If you're out there wearing a receiver's number, you're going to catch the ball.
That's right. He used 8 of them last week versus Purdue, where they come away with the win.
Travis Green, the lone setback. 2 wide receiver set. This will be Green. Green straight ahead. Marcus Baker came up to make the stop. Be short of a first down.
It's always interesting for me to watch how teams start, especially offensively. What are they trying to accomplish? Are they easing into the game, or man, are they opening up? Right here, you see a little bit of an ease, a conservative approach. They throw the ball to the perimeter, which really, to me, is an outside running game, and right there, they run it between the tackles. And I do think the weather here has slowed the game down.
3rd and 2. Derek Lee, the tight end, the offset. This is going to be Green. He's got a big hole. First down out across the 30. And scoots down to the 36. Nice block on the left side to free Travis Green.
Absolutely. You mentioned a block. Jacob Bennett, the left tackle, does a nice job of running the defensive end up the field.
And Green on first down out across the 40. That offensive line for BG getting the work done. We talked about how both of these teams are going to want to establish the run because of the weather.
Right, back-to-back plays right there in the run game. You see Green. Those are big chunks that he's picking up. 1 for the first down. Now this is a big win on first down, picking up 6. That opens up the playbook a little bit for Matt Johnson, who Coach Baber says, hey, we've given him the keys to the car, but he's got to bring it home at night.
Nice ball fake by Johnson, and they pick up the first down as he gets it into the hand of Garrett Dieter. Dieter just shy of the 50. They'll mark the ball right on the 50. It was a great ball fake by Johnson.
Tremendous play action mesh right there. I really thought Green had the ball, and when I looked back to the field, I saw Dieter had it.
No, 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Opening possession here, and they're at midfield. Green alongside Johnson, 4 wide receiver package for the Falcons. Opening minutes of the MAC football season. Glad you could join us here this afternoon. This is Green. Not much there. Chris Ford, the first one to hit him. Got some help from Max Parisi and Brandon Crawford. But number 58 and 55 were all over Travis Green.
You see the junior right there, Crawford, 55 from his defensive end position at 6'2", 285. What I like best there is he stayed on his feet. He's kept his feet alive and ran through the tackle.
Johnson going up top on 2nd and 9. He's got Burbrink, and Burbrink inside the 15. Stop, made the catch. Great heads-up play by Ryan Burbrink. the redshirt senior stopped, tracked the ball down, and picked up a big gain.
Well, that looks like Julian Edelman out there to me. He runs the streak right there. And Burbrink, you talk about being on the same page with the quarterback. He recognized that ball right out of the release. He knew he had to come back to it and makes the great catch.
Green straight ahead. Good pickup on first down.
I mean, that was just really impressive by Burbrink. You know, he knew that ball was underthrown, came back, you know, he lost the coverage, and for a huge play.
It's Green again. He'll be shy of the first down. You want to talk about consistency, Matt Johnson coming back, and all 14 starters back. All of the starters returned from last year, and that's great. When you start to have that when you're coming back.
Have great success against the MAC East. They've been undefeated the last 2 years, and now they're going for their third straight MAC East title. This opening drive is just the way Coach Babers has drawn it up. I mean, they've taken it from the 15 now to the 5.
Push over the left side. And that'll be good for first downs. It'll be first and goal for the Falcons. Donovan Wilson, the fullback, the redshirt sophomore. And BG moving quickly down the field. We mentioned every starter back on offense for Matt Johnson, and you can see it here. That's Derek Lee in motion. Wilson again. Wilson over the right side, gets in for the touchdown. Now the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon.
No fooling around by the Falcons. Once they got that ball into the red zone off the big play from Johnson to Burbrick, they said, hey, let's just run it between the tackles. There you see for the touchdown, they go to what amounts to a stack or a triple I, and they just power it forward, making a statement.
So Matt Johnson marches them 85 yards in the opening possession. Extra point from Tyler Tate. And that one is up and good. 10:36 left to go, opening quarter. Falcons strike first. They're on top, 7-0.
The excitement is building.
In the hunt for the college football playoff, the food chain is never settled. Everybody is sizing up everybody else. But who has what it takes to make it to the top?
The grandest entrance in college football.
What a throw by Kaiser.
Watson, he's fired it, and he touchdown.
This is a huge opportunity for both teams.
An electric atmosphere. The battle of unbeatens.
Notre Dame, Clemson, tonight at 8 Eastern on ABC and streaming live on Watch ESPN.
Showtime!
Seahawks at 8:15 Monday on ESPN.
Hey, dude. Where you'll stay with me forever?
Yo. What's up, Danny?
I'm Scott Van Pelt. Time now for the best available video, which comes to us tonight from College Park. What makes sports so cool are the things that happen like this.
To have a chance for 28, they've got to win this one. The American League Wildcard Game, Tuesday at 8 on ESPN.
And welcome back to UB Stadium. There's a look at head coach Dino Babers in his second year at Bowling Green. 8-6 last year, led him to a win in the Raycom Media Bowl. It was the first bowl win for BG since 2004, and they led him into their second straight MAC East title, and they are fun to watch.
Oh yeah, Coach Babers coming over from Eastern Illinois. This is just his second stop as a head coach, and there from 2011 2012, he takes Eastern Illinois from worst to first, does an outstanding job. He doubles up. He outscores his opponent 2-1 and receives all OVC honors. He knows what he's doing, and I'll tell you what, the players are buying in. They're responding to his brand of football.
Tyler Tate to let it fly for the Falcons, and he sends this one along the ground, and that's going to skid her out of bounds. And the flags come out. It'll be good field position to start for Joe Licata and the Bulls offense. 11 plays, 85 yards, the opening drive for Matt Johnson and the Falcons. Donovan Wilson punches it in, and that's where we stand.
Kicking team. Ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
You see Coach Rob Iannella in the mix there of the Bulls. He's the assistant head coach. Got to know Rob while he was at the University of Akron. Outstanding recruiter Rob is, along with being a coach as well.
There's a look at Joe Licata, one of the captains for the Bulls, and you see he's gotten off to a great start as well. 894 yards, some touchdowns, and he's got some weapons in that wide receiving core. This will be Anthony Taylor to get it started. He's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Taylor had a big game against BG last year, 219 yards and 3 touchdowns.
You see the swarm, and that's going to be the challenge for this offensive line right there. They have size. They're big. I mean, Big Ten big. But BG, they're stiff. I'll tell you, last week against Purdue, as we look at the backs and receivers, last week against Purdue limits that Purdue offense to less than 100 yards rushing.
Loss of a yard on the play, 2nd and 11. This is going to be Taylor testing the left side. Taylor puts his head down and gets across the 45 and picks up the first down. Big, tough run by Anthony Taylor.
And you nailed it, Mike, and that's what they have to do, and for so many reasons. One, to keep their offense on the football field, they pick up the first down, but that kind of effort, it becomes contagious, and it permeates through the rest of the team, offensive line, quarterbacks, defense. They see that, and man, I'll tell you, that's the kind of effort the coaches point to the next day in films.
You look at the starters on defense for Bowling Green. 1st and 10, and Licata back to pass for the first time, had his hand hit as he delivered the football. Some pressure. Again, it's Taylor Royster who's off to a great start. Royster already with a couple of tackles, and then the pressure there.
You see it. You see it. I mean, he's built for power and leverage right there. He gets up underneath the pass blocker, and what the key there, you see that lower half, the strength. He just powers to the quarterback. You know, being a pass rusher is all about being tenacious, and he's got it.
Converted over from the nose tackle position to the end last year. This is Licata. Licata short. That's caught. His tight end, Matt Weiser, and he connected 10 times. Weiser and Willoughby, 20 completions between those two last week alone. And Weiser gets it going. Got a career 131 yards last week. 6'5", 255, picks up the first down. First down in Bowling Green territory.
CBG really is loading the box there, anticipating run.
And they get it with Taylor. Taylor straight ahead, slips through the tackle inside the 40. There's a look at the head coach of the Bulls, Lance Leipold. 109 wins, 6 losses as the head coach at University of Wisconsin Whitewater. 6 times the NCAA Division III Coach of the Year. And this guy knows the thing about winning championships.
He knows the thing, and I don't care if it's Division III, I don't care if it's the NFL, I don't care if it's youth football. Football is football across the board, and he is a winner. They've got a good one here.
Yes, they do. They love him here. Danny White did a great job recruiting him to get him here, and they love him here in Buffalo. That's Colin Lisa, and he picks up the first down as he slips the tackle. And he goes out at the 32. So Joe Licata's got the Bulls moving in the right direction here in their opening series.
Wow, impressive. Making plays, really coming up with the first downs when they need it. Whether it's 3rd down or 2nd down, they're converting, keeping that offense on the field.
You see the bunch at the bottom of your screen. Taylor alongside Licata. Licata, straight drop, over the middle, complete. And then knocked out of Weiser's hands. You're looking for Mason Schreck, excuse me.
Well, Licata reads it right. He gets the pressure from the middle linebacker, and he says, well, where do I want to go with it? Well, let's throw it at where the pressure's coming from. Tries to find Schreck, but there was nice coverage there by the safety creeping down.
2nd and 10, 7.5 left to go. The fake to Taylor. Out to Marcus McGill. McGill has some running room and spins out of bounds after another first down at the 20. So Licata very effective finding his guys. The 6'1" senior picks up a first down for the Bulls.
Well, this is a great call by offensive coordinator Andy Koldanecki. He hits the bubble screen, basically gets that ball again. I see that as the outside run, gets it out there, and really they outmanned them. They had 2-on-1 with the receiver and a blocker out front. Nice pickup.
McGill at the top of your screen, Ronnie Willoughby at the bottom. Taylor, the lone setback. Licata, he wants Willoughby, and overthrown. Willoughby had a step. Incomplete. Boy, Joe Licata had exactly what he wanted and overthrew his man.
He gets a little pressure from Lunsford. Right there, you see him coming up the middle. That doesn't allow him to set his feet. There's the key, Mike. He can't set his feet, get his feet right, and as quarterbacks, you throw from the ground up, and that ball's overshot. He was open.
Alfonso Mack in coverage for the Falcons. 2nd and 10 from the 20. 7-0 Bowling Green. Opening drive for the Bulls. Taylor, left side. Picked up 1 on the play. Zach Coleman over there defensively for the Falcons. Mike Mins. And some changes for Coach Babers. 3rd and 9.
These two teams in a number of their last meetings have really gone to the wire. Been very, very close games. You mentioned last year's 1-point game. That's typical of this meeting.
36-35 win by Bowling Green. They scored with just under a minute left to win the football game. Licata fires in traffic, complete. Boy, he threw that into a bunch of traffic. Well, you got a big tight end.
Yeah.
And Weiser makes the catch at 6'5".
You got to like him. And look at Weiser. He's just blocking out right there. You know, I mean, he's just keeping the defender on his back and giving a big target for Licata. And Licata says, hey, listen, I'll take it all day long.
So Adam Mitchison will come on 4th down, 30-yard field goal attempt. Tyler Grassman is the holder. So a stop by Bowling Green. Mitchison's kick is up and through. 30-yard field goal for Mitchison. And the Bulls drive stalls. They pick up 3. 5:32 left to go, opening quarter. The MAC season is underway. 7-3 Falcons. Back to UB Stadium. 30-yard field goal for the Bulls. 7-3. The Falcons on top, getting ready to get the football for the second time here this afternoon. Mike Cairns, Frank Stams, and Ben Wagner from UB Stadium on a wet, rainy, raw fall day.
Yeah.
The worst day of the next 7. Welcome to Buffalo, right?
Yeah, welcome to autumn, right. Yeah. We can see the golf course in the distance. I'm telling you, there's not a whole lot of play out there. But what a nice answer for the Bulls. The Falcons go march down the field 85 yards in about 4 minutes, and then it's the Bulls' turn. And I'll tell you, they put together some offense themselves. Looked good in the running game, threw the ball well, got it down close to the red zone, and was able to come away with 3 points. So that's a nice answer, a bit of a confidence builder, and a momentum as well.
Kobe and Miller back deep for Bowling Green. Just a great game day atmosphere. Casey and the Sunshine Band were here today. Yes, they were.
Oh, yeah, we're taking it back to our childhood.
Absolutely.
Which, I got a soft spot in the heart for KC. I heard it as I was coming in, to the parking lot. And I said, man, do they know how to rock out here at UB.
You wanted your backstage pass. You're not lying. Not at all. Miller fields the kick at the 7. Has the seam, got out across the 20 to the 25. Another stop. Cameron Lewis made the stop for Buffalo. Talk about the Falcons offense, and it is unbelievable. We see first in the FBS in passing, second in first down, 6th in total
and I'll
offense.
tell you, they're not playing the Sisters of the Poor out there. I mean, they beat Maryland, they beat Purdue. They had a tough schedule. They played a very tough Memphis. And that's a quality non-conference schedule that they opened up with.
Averaging over 38 points a game, and I was talking to their SID, and I said, have they ever had a BG team? And Matt Johnson goes down. He is sacked. That's Max Parisi, comes up from his nose tackle position. 8.5 sacks. That's sack number 6. 8.5 tackles for loss. Good season start for Max Parisi.
Yeah, great push by that whole deep, that front four there. Parisi leading the way and getting to the quarterback, getting Johnson down for a nice negative play.
Good pressure by the Bulls up front. Loss of 4 on the play. 2nd and 14 inside 5 minutes here. Opening quarter of this MAC football season. 7-3 Bowling Green. Second time they've had the football this afternoon. In a big hole, Travis Green. Green is off and running out across the 35. First down at the 37.
Here they go, hurry up. But that was a nice read by Matt Johnson on that last play, going with the run.
Dieter on the catch, and Dieter close to another first down. Right at the first down marker, and they'll move the chains at the 47.
Yeah, Johnson and his guys play so fast, it's going to be hard to keep up with them as far as analyzing this game. But he's got the keys to the Ferrari out there. He's making a ton of the calls.
Johnson sacked from the backside. Football is loose. Damone Harris, the sophomore, first year as a starter for Coach Leipold. He comes up from that backside, lays a big hit on Johnson.
He takes a powder from the defensive end coming in. You see it right here. Here comes, I believe it's Johnson, you said? Yeah, bam. Nails him right there. Ball's out. They're lucky to recover it.
Travis Green, big hole. Green cuts to the outside and gets across the 45 into Buffalo territory. Picks up 14 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 1. And Johnson getting that rhythm offense going right now. They are up and moving. It's Green again. Got back to the line of scrimmage. You'll see where the mark is going to be. Official coming in from the sideline. And it's first down, Falcons.
The Falcons are coming up with the plays when they need it, especially in the ground game. They're getting good pressure from the front 4 from Buffalo, sometimes front 3. You see Coach Babers right there. He is not happy at all. But his offense, I think, is playing well, and they're executing the run game.
Fumbled the snap. That's Ronnie Moore on the jet, and Moore is wrapped up and dropped, but that play had disaster written all over it from the start. He gets dropped by Nick Gilbo, one of our stars to watch.
We talked about the slippery, the moist ball right there comes into play. Johnson's not able to handle it. And look at all the black shirts showing tremendous team defensive speed right there. I don't know if that play would have been a success even with a clean shotgun.
So after they fumbled that away, then there was some pointing. He's offside. No, he's offside.
Full start. Offense. Number 1. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Although moving back, Roger Lewis, the sophomore, offsides. Moving back to the 49. Bring up a 2nd and 16. So what looked like a good rhythm going has stopped. A fumbled snap, and then a penalty. It really slowed things down.
Yeah, it has.
They'll empty out the backfield now. Johnson, straight drop. Johnson under pressure. Johnson's going to have to take off. Well, the Bulls have been all over him. That front for Buffalo has been tough.
He's going to be disappointed too when he sees this tomorrow on films, because he has Burbrink wide open. The ball slips out of his hand. There's a fumble right there. He wisely picks it up and tries to advance it. But that was a live ball. He recognized Burbrink. Nobody was within. He got well behind the defenders. Nobody was within 10 yards of him.
Well, we talked about the conditions and the wet football. Both schools are going to have to deal with that here this afternoon. But that brings up a 3rd and 13. Johnson on the fake, hits the out to Lewis. And Lewis knocked out of bounds short of a first down. Lewis with his first catch here this afternoon, and he's been a big target for Matt Johnson.
Great chemistry on that route, good timing. Lewis does a nice job of sticking the defender at the top of his route and then coming back to the ball. Amounts to about a 15-yard comeback.
We've got a 4th and 4 for Bowling Green. 58% in 4th down conversions on the year, and that one picked up as he finds Burbrink again. First down Falcons. That one at the 31.
Burbrink is a possession-type receiver, and you see it. No better time to get him the football than when they need it. He knows exactly where those sticks are.
And Johnson wants to giddy up and go, but a timeout called by Buffalo.
Timeout. Buffalo. First team timeout.
Coach Leipold sold something he didn't like and called the timeout quickly as Johnson was ready to step on the gas. We've got a timeout on the field. 7-3 first quarter here from Buffalo. Conditions here today. It's cold, rain on and off, but they are here for this MAC East showdown between Bowling Green and their Bulls of Buffalo. 7-3 here in the opening quarter of play as Lance Leipold wanted a timeout. 1st and 10 for the Falcons at the Bulls 31.
Yeah, he just wants to get his guys on the same page. They're playing at a quick pace, probably a little bit quicker than they're used to. So he said, hey, listen, let's take a breath. Let's talk about what they're trying to accomplish, where they're hurting us. Let's get back out there and play.
Well, Bowling Green will come out with a different package as well. They were in a 4 wide receiver set in the hurry up. Johnson going to take it himself, but he slips. Gilbo's there to cover him up. He got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's the kind of conditions both teams are going to have to deal with. Right. We've already seen the wet football. You're going to have wet turf. It's just the way it is.
Get a little slick. This guy's handling the football, need to keep their feet underneath him. That time the Bulls do a nice job at defending the sprint option.
Here comes Johnson again. He picks up the first down. Flag comes in as he gets inside the 20. Flag came in from the backside.
Falcons are not going to like this.
Legal block in the back. Offense. Number 4. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. 2nd down.
Garrick Dieter, and that'll move the Falcon offense back.
There it is right there. You see Dieter down at the bottom left corner of your screen early on there, gets a block in the back. And that's too bad because that was the correct read that came up with a big play for the Falcons off that Johnson made off the quarterback keep.
So 2nd and 20, moving back to the 33. Green in the backfield, 4 wide receiver set. Johnson with the quick throw. That is complete. And the Buffalo defense sniffed it out for a loss. Ronnie Moore on the catch. But plenty of Bulls defensively when Moore touched the football.
Well, there was just great pursuit on that play and at the point of attack. I believe that was Diamond Williams that was out there just hawking the receiver and creating, a stall, really, situation where the rest of the defense could show up.
That'll do it for the first quarter here in Buffalo. 3rd and 20 when we come back for the Falcons. They've got an early lead here, 7-3. To Buffalo, there's a look at head coach Lance Leipold. 7-3 as we begin to start the second quarter. 3rd and 20. The Falcons face. They dominated the first quarter statistically. Doubled the play And almost tripled the total yards.
Yeah, and double the time of possession.
And we talked about how both of these teams were going to want to establish the run. And right now the Falcons just a little bit better rhythm-wise, offensively, than the Bulls.
Yeah, and right there you see, excuse me, you see Brian Borland, defensive coordinator for the Bulls. And he recognizes the challenge at hand. And you know, the thing that they've got to do is to keep pace with this Falcon offense. I mean, you don't want to get misaligned. You don't want to be out of position, because this is the kind of offense that looks for those mismatches and will find the weakness.
Johnson going to be sacked by Brandon Crawford. And a big stop for the Bulls brings them all the way back to the 45. Another sack for Buffalo. And Johnson goes down. Take another look.
Well, on third down, Crawford comes up with a huge play for his defense. I mean, none bigger to the point in the game. They are getting pressure on Johnson. That's been the key to keeping this score down low for, you know, against a team, against an offense that is prolific in their scoring.
A high kick by Joe Davidson. And they'll spot it at the 19. And that's where Joe Licata and the Bulls will take over, down 7-3. And one thing they'd like to do is get this offense moving. The defense has done a great job.
Yeah, they're not going to panic. Coach Babers, Coach Leipold is not going to panic. He's been in big game situations before. He's got quality assistants. And what he wants to do, he's going to stick with that game plan. And right now, certainly he'd love the big play, but I don't know if that's what they're looking for right now. They just want to grind it out, control the ball. First mission here is to get that ball near midfield, get the field position back.
Taylor back there with Licata. He's got the football. Looking for some running room. Broke one tackle, flag in on the backside. He's dragged down, picks up a first down. Out at the 37. But a flag back behind the line of scrimmage.
Holding, offense, number 70. 10-yard penalty, first down.
That's Big John Kling, 6'8", 320-pound senior on that left side.
Take a look at the left tackle right there, and John just gets his arm locked up with the defensive end's arm. That draws the flag.
Coach Leipold, and I know that Buffalo defense would love to see the offense put a drive together here, because the Bulls defense has been out on the field a long time today.
Yes, certainly, but right now they're going the wrong way. They've got to stay out of these negative plays.
So 1st and 20 back at the 9. Trying to stretch it out to the far sideline. Devin Campbell on the carry for Buffalo.
Well, Campbell's trying to get to the perimeter on the jet sweep, but the corners do a nice job. Darrell Hunter, Clint Stevens there, and with the safety coming up, Eiler Hardy as well, and then just stringing that along and giving him no alley to run to.
Campbell lost a yard on the play. 2nd and 21, they're backed up to the 8. That's McGill in motion. That's Jordan Johnson on the carry for Buffalo. And he's back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Not an impressive offensive series to this point. You know, open up on first down and you get the penalty. Right there, that last play just seemed completely out of sync. I think the ball was snapped and half the offensive line were still in their stance.
3rd down, 21. Bulls backed up to their goal line. Jordan Johnson, the tailback for Joe Licata. 3 wide receivers at the bottom of your screen. Licata fires. Weiser with the catch out across the 25. And that'll bring up 4th down for Buffalo. Weiser coming off a career week last week, 131 yards last week. Career high in catches in the game as well. And found the senior there.
And right there, you see why Weiser had 10 catches last week against Nevada. He found the window for his quarterback and made himself big. And talk about it, you know, that's a simple throw and catch for the quarterback to make.
Burbrink calling for a fair catch. And then lets the ball hit. That takes a Buffalo bounce. It'll be touchdown inside the 30 at the 28. 11:50 left to go, second quarter. It'll be BG football when we come back, and the Falcons have the lead.
Hey, you must be Brad.
Try and keep warm on a day like today. Keep moving. Just keep moving. 11:50 left to go, second quarter. Mike Cairns, Frank Stams, and Ben Wagner from UB Stadium in Buffalo as you take a look at the Bulls, trailing 7-3 at home to the Falcons. It has been all BG here in this first half. And Buffalo just could not get out of the field position they were in, backed up against their own end zone. So Matt Johnson and the Falcons will take over at their 28. And they'll open up with 4 wide receivers here. They'll hand it to Coppett. Coppett, a short pickup.
When you look at that Bulls defensive line, it's a young crew. The strength of this defense is the linebackers led by Gilbo. And to this point, they're doing a nice job.
Johnson going deep for Lewis, has him at the 25. Lewis still on his feet inside the 10. Well, Matt Johnson finds his #1 target, Roger Lewis, and he comes up with his second catch of the afternoon. It's a big one. 61 yards on the catch by Lewis.
Roger Lewis working against Cameron Lewis right there. Roger gets the best.
Johnson on the keeper, goes in untouched. Touchdown, BG. 10-yard touchdown, Matt Johnson on the keeper. And Bowling Green turns the 61-yard pass play into 6.
Well, you see, just like that, they take advantage of the big play, come back, get lined up right away. Matt Johnson, they run the quarterback read. He makes the right decision and really sprints in the end zone untouched. Very efficient.
Tyler Tate for the extra point. And the Falcons strike quickly. Johnson to Lewis, and then Johnson calls his own number, and just like that, the lead extended. 11:08 left to go, and the Falcons on top. Come back, you can see that stat with Lance Leipold reaching 100 wins faster than any coach in NCAA history, and that alludes to what Frank talked about earlier. So you don't even care where you're from, Division III, 1, NFL, winning's winning wherever you go.
That's right, and there's an old saying, that's right, football is football. I don't care what level you're at. I mean, it's hard to win in this game, and nobody's done it better than Coach Leipold.
So the Bulls will get the football back after a 3-play drive, 72 yards in 43 seconds. Matt Johnson to Lewis, the 61-yard pass play set up the 10-yard run by Johnson. And the Bulls looking for some offense here to try and get back into this, and it all starts with field position. And again, you see a lot of slipping and sliding.
Hawkins on the return, 13 yards on the return.
So the Bulls will take over, and again, field position has been a problem for Buffalo.
It really has, and this is the challenge now. You can't trade touchdowns for field goals, and we haven't seen, they need to answer here. If they're down 14-3, they answered the first touchdown with a field goal. Let's see what they can do here, but at some point in this game, you got to start scoring touchdowns.
We'll see what Joe Licata can do here for Buffalo. Plenty of time with 11 minutes left. Gets it out to Condoleezza.
And what's hurt this offense, Joe Licata, is really the inconsistency so far. As they've been able to move the ball, success, we saw it on the opening drive where they came out and put 3 points on the board. Since then, I think BG has settled down and made the adjustments. But still, Buffalo has got to stay out of the negative plays. I mean, they'll get a first down hold. They'll get a negative play that puts them in a second and long or a third and forever, and they just can't overcome that, end up punting the ball away.
Well, he picked up 6 on that first one, and then he hands it off to Taylor, and Taylor was tripped up at the line of scrimmage.
So here's exactly what I was talking about with the handoff to Taylor. I mean, they've got 2nd and 4, now they've got 3rd and 6. And really that they'll be, in the past they've been able to hit Weiser on some of those short to medium routes, but the conversion rate has not been great. I think they're only 1 for 4, 1 for 5 on 3rd down.
He'll go with 3 wide receivers as the play comes in. Miguel and Lee's up top, Willoughby at the bottom. We'll call it 3rd and 5. Licata finds Weiser. Weiser tripped up short and a great open field tackle. And he'll be short of the first down. Austin Valdez, middle linebacker for the Falcons, comes up with a nice tackle.
Well, this is what I'm talking about. On 3rd and 6, they come up with a play 5 yards, and Weiser comes up short. That's an excellent job of Valdez, who's 4th in the nation in tackling, leads the MAC, making that play in the open field and getting Weiser down short of the first down and get your chance for your offense to come back on the field.
Burbrink going to call it off, takes a big Buffalo hop. That one's still going. That'll be touched at the 28. At 47 tackles and 7 tackles for loss coming in was Valdez, sophomore, at 6 foot 225. So BG will get the football back with the lead. Just under 9 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Buffalo has been fighting the field position battle on offense all day long.
They really have, but they've been lucky, I think, with their punt team. And their punter, he's done a nice job of getting some of that field position back. Like, for example, gets this ball inside the 30-yard line, gives his defense a chance, and makes BG, run, have to attack the entire field, most of the field, at least 7 yards.
Travis Green fought off 1 tackle, but then was wrapped up and dropped by Ocasio-Lozzi. And they'll hurry up, run that rhythm offense here. Johnson on the straight drop. He's hit as he throws, and then a flag comes in after the play, looking for Roger Lewis along the near sideline. I couldn't tell who got him from the backside.
Not sure what this penalty's going to be.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, on the defense, grabbing the face mask, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Well, I noticed Chris Ford was looking back, and that's not Ford. That's number 91. That's Damone Harris right there, grabbing the face mask of Matt Johnson. Again, a costly penalty where they get a play, an incomplete pass, and then they come up with a personal foul, advances the ball 15. And that hurt him last week. When watching the Nevada game, penalties, and that was a close game there. Penalties really hurt him last week as well.
So that'll move the football for BG up to the 48. Johnson, pressure again. Johnson just going to throw it away. Good job defensively by the Bulls.
They man up in the secondary, the Bulls do, and really there's no one there for Johnson to throw the ball. Able to contain him a little bit. Johnson wisely throws the ball out of bounds.
They'll bring up 2nd and 10. 8:31 left to go here, opening half. 14-3 Falcons as we open the MAC season here in Buffalo. Johnson going up top. It's complete. Burbrink has it on the far sideline, and he picks up the first down. 18-yard pickup, and they'll move the sticks.
See Burbrink on the wheel route. Johnson does a nice job of finding him. Again, he's their go-to possession type receiver. It's a nice pickup.
Tried to get it out to Dieter, and that was broken up. Boise Ross out there. And that is the one guy you don't want to target. Take another look.
You got it at Boise Ross. He leads the nation in pass breakups, has 1 interception. And right there, it gets a tremendous break on that little out route. He's a little upset with himself, pounding the ground. He's thinking maybe he could come away with a 2nd interception.
2nd and 10 now from the 34. Johnson pump fake, looking deep. Johnson fires, has Lewis complete. First down. Marcus Baker in coverage for the Bulls. The first down Falcons.
Marcus Baker has to recognize as the play develops, you get the pass. The longer the quarterback holds the ball back there, you've got to clamp down on the receiver and contend for that pass when it's thrown.
Lewis squirts through, reaches for the pylon, touchdown! Roger Lewis for the touchdown from 12 yards out.
Great effort by Lewis on that. Again, that's just a little flat pattern, flare pass. Lewis gets it. He sees some daylight. He sees a crack. He leaps from about the 3-yard line, keeps himself in bounds, stretches that ball over the goal line for the 6. Great effort there.
6th touchdown of the year for the sophomore, who was the first freshman in BG history to surpass 1,000 yards receiving at 1,093, 73 catches last year. And the extra point is up and through. 7:54 left to go. Roger Lewis from 12 yards out, and Bowling Green in control, 21-3.
The University of...
They'll remember our names.
The grandest entrance in college football.
What a throw by Kaiser.
Watson, he's fired it, and he touchdown.
This is a huge opportunity for both teams.
An electric atmosphere. The battle of unbeatens.
Notre Dame, Clemson, tonight at 8 Eastern on ABC and streaming live on Watch ESPN.
In the hunt for the college.
Yeah, the Falcons and the Falcon fans definitely happy with what they've seen from Bowling Green here this afternoon. 21-3. 3 drives. The longest one was the opening drive, 4 minutes and 24 seconds. Then they had a 43-second drive for a touchdown. This last one, 6 plays, 32 yards, 1 minute and 5 seconds. So they are getting it done and getting it done quick.
Yeah, they are. And a couple of those touchdowns were set up by the long pass, one to Burbrink and the other one to Lewis, and they got it inside the 10-yard line. They capitalized in a hurry off of both of those big plays.
Tyler Tate will let it fly in the direction of Jordan Johnson. Johnson going to field it at his 7. Johnson finds the seam, gets back to the 20-yard line. And let's send it down to the 3rd member of our team, Ben Wagner. Ben?
All right, thanks a lot, guys. What a season it's continued to be. Guys, what a season it's continued to be for Roger Lewis. And really, even though Johnson spreads his passes around with his intended target, Lewis has to be the primary. 19 career games with catches, including the big play that set up the TD.
And thank you, Ben. 7:49 left to go here in the first half. 21-3 Bowling Green. And the last 2 years, the winner of this game has gone on to the MAC championship. It's been an early meeting the last 2 years. Normally the first couple of games of the MAC season. Licata fires incomplete. Alfonso Mack on the coverage for the Falcons. Best field position to start that Buffalo's had the last couple of possessions.
Yeah, that's saying something there. You see Licata just sets up for the quick slant weak, trying to make something happen, get positive yardage on first down. They can't come up with a completion. Now they're set with a 2nd and 10.
Trying to get something going here before the half. Down 21-3. Taylor in the backfield. Licata fires complete. Good catch. That's McGill. McGill out across the 35, and he picks up the first down. Quick hit to Marcus McGill, 16-yard pickup, and Buffalo moves the chains.
And really, this is what they wanted to accomplish on the first down. There, they're able to do it with McGill on the quick slant again, working inside the defender. And anytime you can do that, that makes a nice throw for the quarterback, an easy target.
A nice first down pickup for Licata. See if that can get something started here for Buffalo. Licata going to just throw this one away. Good coverage in the Bowling Green secondary. We'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that was good coverage in the short passing game. That's what Licata wanted to execute. Bulls wanted to execute offensively, is get that ball out on time. And it wasn't there. And Licata's been told, hey, listen, we can't afford that sack. So he tries to scramble, realizes that that may not work, so he just wisely throws the ball away.
I'll bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 36. Bowling Green trying to slow down this little roll as Licata trying to get something going for Buffalo. This is Taylor. Taylor has a nice hole. Taylor across the 45 and close to a first down. It'll be about a yard short. Good quick hit by Anthony Taylor. And now Buffalo wants to go quick here. A 3rd and 1. Some confusion on the line for Bowling Green. They settled things down. The pitch out to Taylor. Taylor's got some running room. Look out. Oh, he had one man to beat, and he was tripped up on the outside. Otherwise, Taylor was gone. Austin Valdez with what would have been a touchdown-saving tackle.
Well, he gets great blocking on the right side by Matasalvas and Blodgett. Take a look at this when the ball snapped. Man, and there was nobody deep. They had a ton of guys within 5 yards of the offensive line. He gets by that, and it's 6 points.
Yeah, correction, that was Jordan Johnson on that last run. He's the back here. Now he's replaced by Taylor. As Coach Leipold's going back and forth between both of those. Johnson, a junior, Taylor, the senior. 2nd and 10 now from the 47. Fake to Taylor, now hand it to Taylor. And they crash down on him hard. Zach Colvin, the first one to get a hold of him. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Changes defensively now for Bowling Green. Bring up 3rd and 10.
I haven't seen a body slam like that by Colvin since Jimmy Fly Snuka, one of those big-time wrestlers. I mean, he just flew in there. It just sticks that arm out. Man, he gets the running back down. I think the running back shoulder pads hit before anything else.
Looks like they're calling in a play change. You see some of the players checking their wristbands on 3rd and 10 from the BG 47. Some extra protection for Licata. Licata loading up, and it's complete. Ronnie Willoughby picks up the first down. Willoughby inside the 35 to the 33. So a play change at the line of scrimmage comes through.
Good poise by Licata right there. You see him avoids the rush. All right, just makes that quick little step to his left and delivers the strike to Willoughby.
And Taylor off the right side, close to another first down, picks up 9.
Hey, now it's getting exciting for the Bulls. I'm happy for them. They're moving the ball. They got it over to the 50. They're threatening to score.
Got the rhythm going right now. Going to be Taylor again, trying to stretch it to the outside, picks up the first down.
They found a rhythm here with this hurry up, taking a page out of the Falcons playbook.
Not giving the Falcons a chance to substitute either on defense as Licata keeps spinning the finger. Come on, let's go, let's go.
Yeah, put that ball down and get out of the way.
Licata rolls to the backside, fires, and it's incomplete. Too long for Colin Leza. Clint Stevens in coverage for the Falcons.
Really a tough throw for a right-hand quarterback, rolling out to your left, trying to hit that deep route, that flag. Tough connection, and then they had the elements of today. It's really, really tough.
Yeah, those touch passes are not what quarterbacks want to be throwing today.
Downfield, 35 yards to the back of the end zone.
He hits that one. That's the play of the game, no matter what. Doesn't matter what the score is. That would have been a beautiful throw. Taylor, some hard yards there as he gets a couple.
Gotta keep that pace now. Keep it going. That was working for you. It got you down here now. Continue to play with that sense of urgency.
I'll bring up a 3rd and 8 inside 5 minutes here in this first half. And boy, would Buffalo like to find the end zone here before halftime.
Yeah, you see the wholesale substitutions by the Falcons right there, bringing in some fresh legs.
And part of that was that rhythm, that up-tempo rhythm that Buffalo went with. Taylor going to switch to the right side of Joe Licata. Licata fired. Ball loose out on the ground. And they're calling an incomplete pass.
I don't know if they dodged a bullet there or not, because Weiser actually came up with the ball on the ground. We'll see what it is. Does he make a football move? No, I don't think he does. I think, by the definition of today's catch, this is a correct call here. He starts to make that football move, but I don't think he completes it. I think that's a good call by the officials.
Yeah, you're right. Then Weiser jumped back on it.
Right.
The ball slipping around there on the turf. They're going to go for it on 4th down. 4th and 8 from the 20. And Dino Babers. No, it'll be Buffalo wants to take a timeout. Coach Leipold wants to talk this one over. Second timeout for Buffalo. We'll keep it here with 4:18 left to go. And again, if you're Coach Leipold, you're trying to get anything going. They get this first down, you can get in.
NFL Insiders and Sunday NFL Countdown. A new way to get coast-to-coast league coverage on Sunday morning. It's where headlines meet storyline.
Leipold was talking about all week in preparation of this game for his offense, trying to keep up with BG, is the fact that the offensive line has to allow them not only in pass protection to set up Licata's throws, but he also is really concerned about the running game. And the guys up front are the ones that are allowing this drive to continue.
Thanks, Ben. That's true. They've done a really good job protecting Licata. Fired toward the end zone. Incomplete. Knocked around. And Clint Stevens was the last one to get a hand on it. And the Falcons survive here as they get the ball back.
There's just too many white shirts in coverage right there. You count them 3 around the ball. Licata's lucky he didn't come away with a pick right there. You see it throws in the double coverage in the back end. Had a nice job of the backer underneath. Playing that was Valdez underneath and creating a hard throw for the quarterback to complete.
Boy, they dropped everybody into coverage.
Yeah.
You can see that. There was not enough room for poor Joe Licata. Looking for Colin Lisa on the play. So here's Matt Johnson the other way. That's Roger Lewis. Lewis makes a couple of moves.
Well, Buffalo's got to regroup now because the Falcons just aren't going to go quietly into the first half, into the locker room at halftime. They're going to line up and try to score.
Johnson, and that's exactly what he's trying to do, loading up, looking for Lewis, who makes the catch inside the 30 and dragged down inside the 20 by Marcus Baker. Wow, great throw by Johnson, finds Lewis. Then another big pickup for the Falcons.
This is the second time he's hit Lewis down the right sidelines. The first time was against Cameron Lewis. Here it's against Baker. Lewis just doing a nice job of beating the defender downfield and delivering that. Johnson's delivering a strike to him.
Pick up a 2 on first down. Now BG just trying to grind a little clock at the same time. Coming up on 3.5 left to go here in the first half. It's Coppett with the football. Broke one tackle, still on his feet, spun down at the 10, shy of a first down. We'll bring up 3rd down.
You mentioned it, Mike. Ideally, what they want to do is pick up the first down here and then grind it out with approaching the 3-minute mark in the second quarter.
And that is Coppett again. And he's going to be right at the marker. I think he's going to be a little bit short, and that'll be 4th down. Be 4th and inches as the clock continues to move. See what Coach Babers wants to do here, and he's going to go for it. Why not? He's got the lead. And some of the momentum here. .166 yards for Lewis here this afternoon in the first half. Buffalo with just 93. Gives you an idea what the sophomore has done so far. And they're going to call a timeout and talk this one over. 2:25 left to go. First timeout for Bowling Green.
A 30-second timeout.
And a 21-3 lead. Well, I've worked with you long enough to know there's two things you like to talk about, the little Mo and the big Mo. And we're talking about momentum. So Bowling Green, if they can get this one in, is this little Mo? Is this big Mo going in?
This is big Mo. You create a 28-3 lead, and you score with 2 minutes to go in the half. You come up with a big stop defensively to keep Buffalo from putting any points on the board. This qualifies as Big Mo. You come up with the big play. They're really taking it to the Bills right now in this football game.
Roger Lewis with 166 receiving yards. He came in averaging almost 140 yards per game. And he's gone over that in the first half, as Johnson has continually found him on some deep balls. It was 54 yards on that last big pass play. They'll jumbo in the backfield. That's Lee in motion. And some movement at the line of scrimmage. BUB going to call timeout.
Final timeout.
I thought I saw a flag come in on the backside.
30-second timeout.
Buffalo wants to talk this one over on 4th and 1 with 2:22 left to go. So a little gamesmanship, a little chess matching going on in here.
You see Lance Leipold want to get a look at that offensive formation, see what Coach Babers was going to do. He got the look, and then he called the timeout. So he's going to try to set his defense accordingly.
Yeah, Coach Babers went big jumbo, brought in tight ends. He wasn't messing around.
Yeah.
I think the guy to watch in this play on 4th and 1 is Matt Johnson, because he's been so good with the ball fakes. And they're close. They're less than a half yard from the first down. You want to tell your defense, you better watch that ball fake, because he's been pretty good. He's got 1 touchdown on the ground already.
Well, the good news for the Falcons is they got a heck of a cushion on the scoreboard, so the pressure really isn't on. They can open it up here, as you see in this empty set formation, that they may even attack the end zone here.
Yeah, how about from a jumbo backfield now to emptying it out, and he threw it behind Burbrink. Broken up Chris Ford in coverage for Buffalo. Oh, wow. So after the timeout, a little mix up for Bowling Green.
See right there, I believe that's Crawford getting in, delivering a heck of a blow on Johnson, creating that pressure, making him release the ball to Burbrink quicker than he wanted to.
So the Buffalo defense comes up with a big stop right there, and they needed it.
I think they're looking at the Bulls' defense. I think there have been some bright spots in this first half with Crawford. I'm talking about the front four, Crawford, Ford, Parisi, Harris. They've got Johnson on the ground more than once.
Well, Licata looking to throw here on first down. Swings it out to Taylor. Taylor's got some blockers out in front of him. And Taylor moves his way across the 20 and picks up the first down. Good play call and a good pickup by Buffalo.
Taking advantage of what the defense is going to give you. Playing a little bit soft now, with 2 minutes to go in the first half. You catch him with that little underneath pattern. Get some nice blocking out in front.
Leza wide open and picks up another first down. Back-to-back first downs for the Bulls. Good throw by Licata, found Leza in the seam, and they'll move the chains out to the 38. So back-to-back first downs for Buffalo here. Inside 2 minutes. Johnson in the backfield. Licata swings it out to Weiser. Weiser breaks one tackle and then gets out of bounds at the 46.
Nice job of Licata keeping his composure off the double catch, off the shotgun snap. And each one of these last 3 completions, the ball's been thrown on time.
Taking a look at the play from the sideline. 2nd and 2 from the 46. 1:52 left to go here in the first half. Johnson puts the head down, and he picks up a first down at the 49.
And you're exactly right, Mike. That's exactly what that play was designed to do, was pick up the first down. Nothing more, nothing less.
They'll keep Johnson in there, 1:45 and counting. Licata to the far sideline, and did he get in? No, incomplete. Ronnie Willoughby made the catch, but couldn't get a foot in.
Willoughby right there, nice pattern coming back to, turning his shoulders, great body control right there, coming back to the football, just ran out of real estate.
Some changes defensively for Bowling Green. 2nd and 10 from the 49. 1:37 left to go. 21-3 Falcons here in the first half. Anthony Taylor back in there with Licata. Fires, Weiser complete. Weiser still on his feet, picks up the first down. Boy, he is a tough tackle at 6'5". He's made guys miss, and he's broken tackles all first half.
And he's become the favorite receiver against pressure. That time they bring 6, and Licata wisely throws it where the pressure comes from, and his man Weiser.
He had Lisa open for a minute. And incomplete will bring up 2nd down. One of the things, going back to that Weiser play, you can see one of the things he's getting pretty good at doing, he's sitting down. He's finding the little holes, and he's kind of sitting down, and boom, Licata's finding him.
And he's staying on his feet right there. They had it defended well. Poor tackling, you could say, by the Falcons. If he gets him down, he gets him down short of the first down. But Weiser just turns, gets his shoulders upfield, does a nice job of running with the ball after the catch.
We'll go with 4 wide receivers here. Licata on the straight drop, fires complete. There's Weiser again. Weiser carries tacklers inside the 25, picks up a first down.
Weiser sits down in that window, and that's what we were talking about, Mike. In the window is the area between the backers. The backers have their drop. They all have a designated area of the field they drop to, and it's up to the receivers to find that window.
Licata up top. Did he get it? He did. Marcus McGill with the catch. Touchdown. Flag down. That might be on McGill. He might have pushed.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I shouldn't have said anything, because I don't agree. I said, no, I don't agree with the call. I think there's a lot of contact on both sides.
Offense, number 7, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. 2nd down.
You're going to see a tail end here. It gets a nice setup, nice protection, is able to step into the throw, and right there, just before that, we're going to get another look at it. Right there, you see a little bit of a push-off by McGill, but I didn't think it warranted offensive pass interference.
What a great throw by Licata.
Certainly was.
Wow. So they'll go back to work. That one incomplete. These are running down the seam. Well, 1:02 left to go. And a flag comes in. Back at the 50. It could be an unsportsmanlike call against Bowling Green. The Bulls players are pointing at the Falcons. Let's see what the call is here.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense, number 25, 15-yard penalty, includes automatic first down.
That's Ballou. The outside linebacker gets called, and they'll move the ball 15 yards. That's a big one, and that's going to help with 1:02 left to go.
Yeah, it's going to help. And I think it's a bit of the officials evening the score a little bit right there. And you see Coach Babers talking to his players saying, that's really a costly penalty. We've got them backed up. No, we don't need that.
Elijah Ballou gets called, and Anthony Taylor behind Licata now steps up to the right. Licata looking for Willoughby. Incomplete.
Well, I like it. I think go right back into the end zone, because, I almost want to play the officials a little bit here, because, you didn't get the call the first time. Now, if you go back into the end zone, that kind of contact occurs all the time. So, hey, why not take a shot here on 2nd down?
Yeah, Licata recognized the single coverage at the bottom of the screen.
Right, and they were bringing pressure, had man up in the secondary. You're exactly right.
And he went for the matchup as well. Willoughby on Lewis.
There's pressure again.
Finds Willoughby again. Willoughby spins around, tackled by Ronnie Moore. That was the same matchup. He did just what you said, yep. Frank. He went right back to it again.
Right, exactly. He's getting a lot of pressure. The Falcons are bringing their blitz package, and he's going with the matchups that he likes best. And right now, he likes Willoughby.
First down, 40 seconds left to go. Licata fires to the far corner, incomplete. Clint Stevens was in coverage over there for Bowling Green. Falcons with some changes defensively. Shannon Smith comes in. And Zach Colvin will go out. 2nd and 10 from the 13. 37 seconds left to go. The Bulls trying to get themselves in the end zone right before the half. 3 wide receivers will send to the top. Willoughby, Leza, and McGill. That's Jordan Johnson now to the right of Licata. Fakes to Johnson. Licata rolling right side, looking in the flat, complete. Willoughby steps out of bounds at the marker. Short pickup, 3rd and 10, 31 seconds left to go. They'll pick up a 2, make it 3rd and 8. The clock stopped.
Falcons are doing a nice job at taking away the primary receiver of Licata, and then he's ended up having to go to the secondary, and it's just the vision, it's just not there for him. He's not seeing it well. Add the pressure into the mix, and you see why they've not been successful the last couple of passes.
McGill and Leza at the bottom of your screen. Licata looking in the end zone, fires, and it's incomplete.
Again, good secondary coverage by the Falcons, taking away all the receivers. Really nobody for them to go to. Licata tries to throw that ball away, almost was intercepted. But this was a nice drive. They had a nice stand there defensively. They kept the Falcons out of the end zone. Arden was able to move the ball down the field. Looks like they're going to get a chance at 3.
Second team timeout, Bowling Green.
Bowling Green.
This will be a 30-second timeout.
Take a 30-second timeout. As Mitchison now looking to add his 2nd field goal here in the afternoon with 27 seconds left to go. And give credit to Bowling Green's defense. It's a good stop. And you mentioned that they took away everything in the zone and they made him play underneath ball, and it paid off.
And they've done that all in the entire first half. You talk about the red zone defense. They've kept them out of the end zone, only allowed 3 points for the Bulls. Done an outstanding job.
Got to be frustrating for Licata in that offense because they have clicked through the first 4 weeks of the season. It's a high-scoring offense, averaging almost 30 points a game, and they have been held in check. So a great job by Bowling Green's defense.
And Bowling Green, what they've done, to their credit, they've not given up that big play. And with Bowling Green, you've seen a number of big plays that have set up scores for them.
So Mitchison on for the field goal attempt. Grassman to hold. And he winds that one up and through. So with 22 seconds left to go. Some pushing and shoving at the tail end of that one as they separate some players. 21-6. Bowling Green on top. Things getting a little chippy. The Bowling Green will get the football back here in the closing seconds of the first half. Maybe a little surprising when we talk about what we expected coming in. But I think we knew with the weather and some of the conditions that it changed things a little bit. We'd like nothing more than it'd be a dry racetrack out there and let them fly. But that is not the case here today.
No, it hasn't been. There's been some execution on the part of both teams. I think with Bowling Green, you've seen the big play. They've come in. They've accomplished a lot of what they've been doing the first 4 or 5 games. And then with Buffalo offensively, ball control, grind it out. The passing game, the medium routes have been there, and they've done a nice job of moving the sticks. But outside of the opening drive by the Bulls, really the run game's been non-existent, and I think that's hurt them. Especially now you get down in the red zone area where we talked about, and not able to have the run game. I think your passing game gets restricted a little bit. It becomes harder and harder to pass the ball.
And I think the Falcons are more than happy to give Buffalo everything underneath.
Well, it's working.
Can't beat us if you can't get behind us.
Well, into that, they're giving them the underneath, not giving up the big play, and then when they get in the red zone, say, hey, listen, we'll give you the field goal, but we're not going to give you the touchdown.
Short fielded at the 20. Scott Miller on the return for Bowling Green. And be careful here because the way Johnson's been throwing the ball to Lewis, they may load up and think deep.
Why not? It's been working for him, and I can't I wouldn't be surprised if they lined up an empty set and went through the ball vertically downfield.
Well, they've got good field position at the 34. 18 seconds left to go. We'll bring out Lewis and Moore and Dieter at the top of your screen. Play action fake. You're gonna fire it to the near sideline to Lewis. Lewis pushed out of bounds, but he picked up the first down. So add to his big stat total in the first half. And Roger Lewis, not only did he pick up the first down, but he got out of bounds. 12 seconds left to go.
Yeah, gives him at least a couple more plays. Of course, that little short route may set up the hitch and go as well. So you can't relax if you're in the secondary for the Bulls.
They roll out 4 wide receivers, and he's going to fire to Lewis again. Lewis is going to get out of bounds, and he's going to pick up another first down. So 2 quick throws to Lewis, 6 seconds left to go. And that should set up for what should be our final play of the half. And I'm guessing this one is going into the end zone.
Yeah, right. And that's what they've done with the the short couple of passes there. They've got themselves close to the 40-yard line, where now Matt Johnson can throw that ball in the end zone.
Lewis pushed out, and that should be the final play. Although Bowling Green thinks 1 second left on the clock. That's what they're telling the officials. They're certainly not saying you're number one. They want 1 second left to go.
And they may get it. They're putting the field goal team out there.
Picked up 6. Ball's on the 42. And they are going to get it.
Yeah, and they've got the wind behind them. It's swirling a little bit.
Please put 1 second on the game clock. 1 second, please. Thank you.
But I think if looking at the American flag over there, I think they're getting the majority of the wind at their back.
So we'll see what Tyler Tate can do here. Kanapke will hold. Or if they pull this one off, this is going to be a long field goal, wind at their back. But a couple of quick throws to Lewis even gives them a chance to be in this situation. It's a 54-yard field goal attempt. They put 3 seconds back on the clock. So they're extra generous.
It really is swirling. Ever since I said the American flag, I've been watching it, and it changed directions 3 times.
Ball on the way, and that's going to be short and left. And that'll end the first half here at UB Stadium. 21-6, Falcons on top, and it has been all Falcons and all Matt Johnson and Roger Lewis as advertised. Those two have teamed up and put up some big numbers here in the first half.
That's exactly right. To me, that's the difference. The big playability by the Falcons. I think, the front 7 for the Bulls haven't played badly, versus the run. But it's been the big play that's led to those 20, the lead that the Falcons have, the 21 points.
Send it down to Ben Wagner, standing by with Coach. Ben?
All right, thanks, guys. Coach, you have to be extremely pleased with the way your defense has shut down UB today.
The defense is playing extremely well. I'm really happy with them shutting down the run game. They are getting some passes on us. We got to go and work on that.
What was the difference in the run game, and why did UB kind of ditch it so early?
I think that we had a momentum going a little bit on offense, and they realized they need to slow the game down instead of speeding the game up.
Offensively, you're probably not going to take your foot off the gas pedal, are you?
We have no brakes in our car.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
No brakes on the car for Coach and BG.
Thanks, Ben. That is great, and that is typical Dino Babers right there. No brakes in the car, and they operate at full speed. What a first half it has been for Matt Johnson and the Falcons. They're on top of the opening game of the MAC season, 21-6.
You're all excited to book that vacation flight. Plenty of seats to choose from, right? But the minute you try to use reward miles from your airline credit card, it's slim pickings. The flight you want, sorry, they ask for a ridiculous number of miles. Time to switch to the Capital One Venture card. With Venture, you'll earn unlimited double miles. And using those miles is easy. Just book any flight you want on any airline, then use your miles to cover the cost. No blackout dates. What's in your wallet?
Welcome to the Capital One Halftime Report.
Welcome
Welcome to the ESPN3 Halftime Report. I'm Chris Cotter. We're going to take you around the world of college football on the Goal Line Network in a few moments. But first of all, let's show you some highlights from games earlier today. And we're going to go to Fort Worth. Texas Christian taking on Texas. And boy, this was all about the Horned Frogs getting it going early and often. Trevon Boykin is going to find a wide-open freshman. That's Devontae Turpin. Brings it in. Boy, did Turpin have a day. 4 touchdowns for him. TCU up 7-0. Josh Doxson. Look at the beautiful body control. Taking the ball away from the defender in the corner. Gets not 1, but 2 feet in. TCU goes up 16-0. Still in the first quarter. Boykin is going to throw it to Turpin. And look at this move he makes. Past the first defender. Foot in the ground. Makes a cut. He uses his speed to get to the end zone. Boykin's 72nd career touchdown pass, passing Andy Dalton for most in school history. All TCU. The double pass. Josh Doxson hauls this one in 30-0. That's Doxson's 23rd career touchdown catch, new school record. Then the touch here to Turpin. It's a 5'9" receiver going up and getting it 50-7. TCU hangs a big number on Texas. Our Capital One Cup impact performance of the day goes to Michigan State's L.J. Scott. Got a stable of backs up there in East Lansing, and today it was Scott's turn. 18 carries, 146 yards, 2 scores. Sparty outlasted Purdue up in East Lansing. As promised, we're going to return you now to the Goal Line Network, already in progress. And as a reminder, that's of services available through television networks around the country and participating TV providers. You can always get it on that Watch ESPN app live as well. Enjoy.
Your way back into the ball. That's a hard, fast rule that Miller breaks there.
Huge play because it's now 1st and 25. Take the touchdown off the board. All day to throw. Still can't find anybody. And now they've got Cardale Jones back at the 34-yard line. Nick Mangieri just would not quit, his 2nd sack of the ball game.
And watch how much clock goes around. That's a big sack. Cardale Jones should have thrown that away. He's wasting clock here and yardage, obviously.
Back to throw again. Pressure, throws as he's hit. And a dart to Michael Thomas, who gets out of bounds with 1:06 on the clock. They have to reach the 3-yard line for a first down.
Yeah, and you're in field goal range. So now you're essentially throwing something into the end zone if you're Ohio State. Be shocked if there is not something that down the middle of the field, you've got Marcus Ball in there at tight end. We saw Nick Van Etten sneak down the middle earlier. But this is a throw that's, you've got to be 10, 15 yards down the field thinking end zone. And if you come up short, you've got the first down. Clock's still okay with as many ways as you can stop it.
3rd and 19. He wasn't ready for the snap. Flags down. Ball is loose. Did they blow it dead? We're going to have to sort this one out. It looks like the officials were trying to call timeout.
Back to Texas Tech and Baylor. Red Raiders in the red zone. 3rd and goal.
Mahomes, end zone. What a catch! Touchdown, Tony Brown. Oh, my God.
All right, some more points on the board for Texas Tech. There you see Jack Willoughby. 4th and 23 for the Buckeyes. Can they make this a 1-point game?
Had been the kickoff specialist there, decided he wanted to try to be a field goal and PAT kicker. Came and beat out Sean Nurenberger, last year's starter. But this would be his career long for the #1 team down 4 on the road to a huge underdog.
He's 6 out of 7 so far, including 2 today. This would pull them within a point. Indiana dodged.
Wow, Indiana absolutely pumped up. Let's show you now Air Force and Navy. And Keenan Reynolds, only 2 TDs away from tying Monty Ball's TD record. Can he get in? No, short of the goal line. But his teammate, Demon Brown, pitch out to him. He scores from 1 yard out. Navy up 21-0 after the PAT. That's where we stand at halftime. Another game going on. San Jose and Auburn. It's been a tough season for the Tigers. Many picked them to win the SEC. They are only up by 7 points on San Jose State.
Came in at the Wildcat. The snap hit him in the belly. He wasn't even looking. He was looking to the sideline. A loss of 3.
Well, Dave, the timing's been off on a couple of these, where Jason White was either a little bit late or a little bit early and ran into Kerryon Johnson at one point. And that time, Austin Golson, who had that errant snap last week, and this time, he snapped that early.
Who's that on? Is that on the center?
Well, the timing of those sweeps, it's hard to tell, especially when you've got a new quarterback here.
Here's Duke Williams. He takes it inside Spartan territory, dropped at the 42-yard line, a gain of 18. Tago chases him down.
I've seen that Wildcat a couple of times, but stick your quarterback in there and get the ball to your playmaker, and you can see why they want number 1 with the ball.
Rock Thomas with the carry, down to the 38.
Tell you what, part of the reason why I think Kerryon Johnson came in there was, I think...
Capital One Studio update, Washington State, Cal. Here come the Cougars. Gerard Wicks gets the 7-yard TD there. They're up 14-7. Back to Auburn and San Jose State.
Second down. Here's a sweep to Lewis. He is dropped. Will lose a yard.
Well, one of the things, great job by Frank Dendy coming up from his linebacking position. A young guy, the defensive coordinator Greg Robinson really likes. He can really grow into his role at the linebacking position. But on these fly sweeps, it rarely, if ever, helps if you stop and try to cut back. It's get that edge and get upfield.
So third down, and let's call it 9 in a 14-7 game. Auburn will want a timeout here with 1:28 to go. And we will step aside as well. Back to Auburn right after this.
Back to Florida State and Wake Forest. Seminoles moving the ball. Looks like second and about 3.
Tackled by Brad Watson. Well, Dalvin Cook in that first half. This catch and run. Watch him holding that left hamstring.
Well, Dalvin Cook, look, one of the best running backs in the country. He is a home run threat anytime he has the football. That's a big injury for this football team, especially with Pender out already.
That was late in the first quarter. He did not return. It was a big run for Vickers. An explosive play up to the 22-yard line before he's run down by Ryan Janvion. 13-yard gain. First down, Seminoles, who quickly, to begin the second half, are at the 22 of Wake Forest.
They've got to get that run game going and then play action off it. Get the ball down the field. Take their shots when they have it. Look for it here.
Wilson fakes the handoff to the fullback Stevenson. Makes a throw towards the end zone and just out of reach over the shoulder of the tight end Ryan Izzo, who was covered by Zach Dansel, but didn't have a step and a half on that defender.
And you'll see the play action fake right here, trying to influence the safety. It's a tight end. Izzo, again, running the corner route. He was open a couple plays early on it, was open again. The ball just barely overthrown. Again, missed opportunities by Florida State offensively in the passing game.
Give it to Vickers, bouncing to that right. Late flag comes down as Dansel pulls down the ball carrier Vickers.
Looks like it may be a holding call against Florida State.
And he didn't come back on.
3rd and 8 for Marquise Williams in the Tar Heels. They're down by 7.
Ryan Switzer, he's going to line up to the wide side in the slot. That's a guy, if Georgia Tech brings pressure, he can beat you man-to-man. He's right here in the slot.
3rd and 8, Williams to the end zone, incomplete.
off the hands of Davis. DJ White in the coverage. So now 4th down, and the field goal unit will run out for North Carolina. Nick Weiler having a very good year as the Tar Heels field goal kicker, 7 of 8 on attempts, including 4 from beyond 46.
To keep the momentum, he has to convert here.
This from 37. Right between the eyes in North Carolina.
Back to Florida State and Wake Forest. 3rd and long for Everett Golston and the Seminoles offense.
For Florida State, they had a 1st down at the 22, but now a 3rd and 14. Golston with time to throw across the middle and inside the 10. 1st down, Travis Rudolph.
And you'll see Everett Golston again take the snap. Protection holds up. Look, he's got to find the hole down the middle of the zone, and he does, and puts it right on the numbers to Travis Rudolph.
18-yard gain. It's 1st and goal. Florida State at the Wake.
All right, so Florida State 1st and goal on your left. Baylor, they're in the red zone as well. Timeout by the Red Raiders. But in the meantime, Florida State
gets another one here.
pushing to the 5-yard line.
The silver
You see Whitfield Jr. with the reception.
3rd down so far today. 6 of 8. Converted a big one to keep this drive alive. Play fake, throw it out to Whitfield. He's into the end zone, touchdown. Got past Zach Dansel. 1st touchdown catch for Kermit Whitfield.
So Whitfield sets up his own touchdown there. Back to Baylor. Can they put up more points on the board?
McGowan lined up as a tight end. They're going to run in between both those guys. Jefferson down to the 2-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and goal. And they just added Clemens Valdez to the roster. He's 295 pounds.
Well, he had retired. He's a senior, and he was helping the coaching staff. When they lost Trevon Armstead, they needed another body at tight end, so he came out of the staff room.
Here's a bootleg. Russell will take it in for the touchdown. 2nd rushing touchdown of this game. 5th touchdown that Russell has accounted for overall today.
And he's got to give an assist to the big man. Take a look here. He's going to seal that edge. Probably a good idea to run his direction, but that's an easy touchdown for Seth Russell.
Looked like maybe Russell was doing some talking there too. Back at Deshaun Johnson. And Art Briles doesn't look happy.
Capital One Studio update. SMU, East Carolina. James Summers finds a hole. Oh, Summers gets into the end zone. SMU up 23-14. About under 7 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. Ohio State, they're still down 4 to Indiana. The last time the Hoosiers won was 1988 against Ohio State. Florida State's up 21-10 against Wake Forest. Georgia Tech, they're up 21-17, but the Tar Heels, Marquise Williams with the ball, down 4. We'll keep you up to date on that game. Here's some games coming up later tonight at 7 o'clock. Ole Miss and Florida. Now Florida, their quarterback Will Grier has an illness, may not start against Ole Miss. He's hit with the flu bug. A lot of guys hit with the flu bug. About 21 players affected so far for the Gators. Arkansas and Tennessee over on ESPN2 at 7 o'clock. Mississippi State and Texas A&M also on the slate of games later tonight. Georgia Tech, North Carolina now.
Thomas, the pitch to Isaiah Willis, and he is cut down in the backfield for a loss on the play by Jeff Schottmer. It's a loss of 4. So 2nd down at 14.
That might be the first negative play on 1st down that we've seen out of this defense. And this is just going to be a good job of getting to the outside and being able to set the edge, something the Carolina defense has not been able to do. good recognition by Schottmer out of the middle linebacker spot.
He's Gene Chiswick's coach on the field. Just loves how the senior from Dallas plays. 2nd and 13, Thomas rolling out. Throws it downfield into double coverage, and it's caught by Ricky June. And he tumbles ahead to the 28-yard line. How he managed to hang on to that football in that coverage is beyond me.
It's a heck of a throw to even get this play off.
We hope you've enjoyed coverage from ESPN's Goal Line Network. As a reminder, that service will be provided throughout the rest of the college football season. As a reminder, also, you can stream every single game live as well on the Goal Line Network at home or on the go. Simply download the Watch ESPN app or visit watchespn.com. That'll do it for the ESPN 3 halftime report presented by Capital One. I'm Chris Cotter. Enjoy the second half, everyone.
Let's go, Dr. Bobby. So what's the best tradition in college football? Take a guess. Anybody? Anybody? I'll give you a hint. It's the playoff. It's only the second year. It's shiny and new like a little baby that I invented.
Oh, you invented it?
Yeah, I did.
All right.
Did you watch last year? Third string QB took home the trophy. Third string, that's you guys. You don't know what's going to happen in that playoff. I can't wait.
Aren't you supposed to be working or something?
Yeah, I am. Let's go, Dr. Bobby. Let's go, Dr. Bobby. That look regulation to you? I think it needs more air.
The Rebels attacking with tempo.
There's a brand new era here in Gainesville.
This Ole Miss team has come in here with an attitude, sea of blue and orange.
Crucial SEC collision.
Ole Miss, Florida, tonight at 7 on ESPN and streaming live on Watch ESPN.
NFL Insiders and Sunday NFL Countdown. A new way to get coast-to-coast league coverage on Sunday morning. It's where headlines meet storylines. Updates meet breakdowns. Stats meet stash. Where reporter meets receiver. Scoop meets whoop. And fantasy moves meet, these moves. NFL Insiders and Sunday NFL Countdown. Meet the new NFL Sunday morning, starting at 10 a.m. on ESPN.
Hey, dude. Where you'll stay with me forever?
Yo. What's up, Danny?
I'm Scott Van Pelt. Time now for the best available video, which comes to us tonight from College Park. What makes sports so cool are the things that happen like this.
The reward for surviving 162 games is the chance to survive one more.
Better shut your eyes. Here I come. It's gonna be a wild ride.
The American League Wildcard Game presented by Hankook Tires. Tuesday at 8. The Wildcard Rules on ESPN.
Showtime!
Seahawks at 8:15 Monday on ESPN.
The grandest entrance in college football.
What a throw by Kaiser.
Watson, he's fired it, and he touchdown.
This is a huge opportunity for both teams.
An electric atmosphere. The battle of unbeatens.
Notre Dame, Clemson, tonight at 8 Eastern on ABC and streaming live on Watch ESPN.
Football. Buffalo will start at about the 16. That's where they'll mark at 16-yard line. Well, not great field position, but again, they're trying to get some momentum here to start the third quarter. So just underway here in the third quarter of play. It's the opening weekend for the MAC. Bowling Green in town to face the Bulls of Buffalo. Glad you could join us here to watch some MAC football along with Frank Stams and Ben Wagner. I'm Mike Caron. See what Joe Licata and the offense can do here in the first series to start the second half.
the strength of Licata coming into the game, and we talked to the coaches, was his decision making and that quick passing game. And that's what he's done well in the first half. Let's hopefully get the run game going here.
And he goes underneath right off the bat. And it's complete, and they pick up a first down. They move the sticks a little bit. Marcus McGill comes up with the catch for the Bulls. And again, we saw that throughout the first half. Just a quick hitter underneath routes.
And that's his strength, and that they're playing to his strength.
This is Taylor. Nice cutback move for Taylor, wrapped up high. But a good pickup on first down.
Nice pickup. That's just toss right there. Get the blockers out in front of you. First down, a gain of 6. You can live with that. Actually, you can enjoy doing that.
Taylor Royster on the tackle for the Falcons. Picked up 5 on the play, 2nd and 5 now from the 33. They'll bunch down at the bottom of your screen with Willoughby, Leza, and McGill. And they'll hand it back to Taylor. Taylor stays on his feet, pushes the pile. He'll be about a yard short, so he picks up 4. Great job by Anthony Taylor. Kept the legs churning and picked up a couple extra yards.
So absolutely. So there's passing strength and there's run strength. That time they set the 3 receivers to the right, but the tight end to the left, and that's where they ran.
Boy, they're going to keep feeding Taylor, and it's going to pay off. They continue to pound the right side. And a big first down. So Taylor with 3 runs, and the Bulls moving the football right now.
And like you said, they're moving it on the right side, working it. There, a nice inside handoff. Good downhill approach by Taylor. Picks up the first down.
Well, Licata slammed down by Austin Valdez. Picked up a yard. I kept waiting for Licata to slide. And he said, I'm not sliding today.
He's a competitor.
You talked about that offensive line of Buffalo. It is huge. Over 300 pounds. There's not anybody that's under 300 pounds on that line of scrimmage. 320, 310, 308, 310, 315 across the board, especially the right side where they've been pounding the ball. Manasalvis and Blodgett are 310 and 315.
Yeah. 6'5", 315, 6'4", 310.
Those are some big guys.
That's a lot of groceries.
This is Taylor again. And Royster slows him down, but not before he's about a yard shy of the first down. So again, another manageable down, 3rd and 1. They want to go quick here.
Right, we didn't see a ton of that in the first half. In fact, we hardly saw any of that, what they're doing now in the ground game.
This is Jordan Johnson on the toss right. Johnson picks up the first down. And you know what this does too? It gets your quarterback into a nice rhythm. Get your whole offense into a nice rhythm. They know what to expect coming out.
And those Falcons, they start creeping now. Those safeties start creeping up a little bit. Linebackers get a little tight. Look at the linebackers. They're almost just 3 yards off the ball.
Johnson on the carry. Johnson carrying people with him on another nice pickup on first down.
So, Mike, you know this, and a lot of our viewers, they know this as well. But for those that don't, this sets up the play action. When you could pound it, and on first down, you pick up 5 yards. Bam, you fake the handoff. You get that safety creeping. Next thing you know, you get Weiser behind them, or you get one of your receivers back there, and a quick 6.
We can already see the adjustments that Coach Leipold wanted to make at halftime. You can see there's a tempo adjustment. They definitely wanted to pound the football with Johnson and Taylor, and looks like they're sticking to those short routes underneath. But as they get closer to the red zone, that's where I'm interested to see what kind of changes they made. This is Johnson again. Short pickup for Johnson. They stop him at the 36. We'll call it no gain, so that'll bring up 3rd and 5. Still a manageable 3rd down here.
Yeah, so I'm watching that Falcon defense, and here we see the change right here, bringing in 3 new defensive linemen, create some fresh legs, only 2, but I'm watching that safety, Denard Turner, number 18. All right, watching him for him to creep up, but he's being very disciplined back there, staying between 12 and 15.
Well, Shannon Smith just barely got off the field, but Licata stopped because there was a play call change. Had he snapped the football, they had 12 men on the field. They would have picked up the first down just like that. Licata going to roll to his left side, fires, that's complete. Marcus McGill, and that's a first down at the 28.
This time they catch him in man, and McGill working against Turner does a nice job. That's man-to-man coverage right there, and McGill does an excellent job of coming back to the football. I'm sorry, that's against Clint Stevens, the cornerback.
Licata fires it again. That's going to be McGill again. All positive gains on first down. You can already see that they're trying to win first down, and they've had nothing but positive pickup on first down.
Being more consistent. Coaches will call that, we need to be more consistent offensively.
That's Taylor again. Taylor over the left side. He picks up 2 on the play, so that'll bring up a 3rd and 4. As they continue to stay with that up tempo. But this has been the area where BG has started to bite down, which has been in that red zone. They're just outside it here at the 22. Play change coming in from the sideline as Licata looks down at his wristband. Weiser will move over to the right side into the slot. 4 wide receivers for the Bulls. Licata on the straight drop, looking end zone. Licata fires and it's picked off. He wanted Colin Leza. No, Sanford comes up with the pick. James Sanford comes up with the interception for Bowling Green. And again, the red zone has been an issue. It has been owned by Bowling Green. And they come up and win this one again. 9:39 left to go. A turnover for the Bulls. It's Falcons football when we come back.
The excitement is...
Welcome back. There's James Sanford, who came up with the interception, the 6'1", 196-pound redshirt junior. And that was just a bad throw by Licata. We talked about it in the break, Frank. The read that he made was not the right one. He threw it in to the guy who had the most coverage on him. And that, again, it's another red zone win for the defense.
It looked like he forced it a little bit. He had Sanford, the outside linebacker, running with Lisa underneath, and then he had coverage on top. Just a tough pass to complete.
Quick throw to Lewis in the near sideline. Short pickup, but Lewis adds to his stat total on the afternoon. That's his 10th catch.
That was an outstanding opening drive for the second half for the Bulls, taking it downfield. But you mentioned, as we get closer, we saw this in the first half, as you get closer to the red zone, tough going.
Johnson under pressure. Johnson steps back, unloads, and it's broken up. Cameron Lewis on the coverage for the Bulls. He was looking for Garrick Dieter, and a good job by Lewis.
Well, you see the strength right there by Johnson, avoiding the rush and then staying on his feet, trying to get the ball to Dieter right there. Lewis is right there on that extended play to break the pass up.
Cam Lewis, just a freshman, and a good job there. So that'll bring up 3rd and 6. Johnson fires, but that's going to be short of a first down. Looking for Ronnie Moore. Moore made the catch, but Buffalo's going to get the football back. That's at the 29 is where they spot it. It'll be 4th and 1. They're looking to the sideline. Matt Johnson and the offense staying in, but here comes the kick team.
He put a little fear over there in the Bulls, and I don't know so much fear, but maybe they're anxious to get a chance at 4th down, getting the ball back on a short field. But you see right there the last completion by Johnson. You see why he was 16 for 19 in the first half. His receivers catch a ton of balls. I mean, they make the hard catches. The catch radius on these guys is outstanding.
Great kick. Colin Leza going all the way back to his 15 and fielded inside his 15, and he is dropped. Good kick coverage by Bowling Green.
They're not making it easy for the Bulls. That's outstanding punt right there, and even better coverage to get the Bulls down inside the 15-yard line.
Joe Davidson's been solid, averaging over 47 yards a kick, and he just rocketed that one there.
Yeah, that's something that's gonna catch the eye of a lot of NFL scouts at almost 50 yards a punt.
Becomes a weapon of its own as it drives the Bulls all the way back to their 12. They'll bunch him up at the bottom of your screen. 3 wide receiver set for Joe Licata. This is Taylor in the backfield. Taylor trying to work that right side as he spins across the 15 on first down.
See the set now going back. The the MO of the Bulls coming out, as it was starting the second half. The offensive pass strength is to the right with the 3 receivers, and then we run the ball back to the tight end to the short side of the field.
They'll keep Taylor in the backfield as he switches to the left side of Licata. Licata, short drop, and Weiser comes up with the catch to make that Mason Schreck. So Willoughby will go out. Some changes offensively. Weiser will come back in for Schreck. So first down for Buffalo at their 23. 21-6 our score here in the third quarter. Coming up on the 7-minute mark left here in the third quarter. Taylor back with Licata. Taylor leaks out of the backfield, and that's who he finds, but he couldn't hold on to the football. Broken up on the play by Brandon Harris.
Trying to get the ball to his check down right there. You see Taylor, they take away the deep routes, and really Licata, all he has is the check down. Right there, the backer's on top of it to break that pass up. Again, the Falcons are doing a nice job of taking away the deep ball and limiting Licata to the tight end over the middle, the out routes, and there you see the check down with Taylor.
2nd and 10 from the 23 for Licata and the Bulls. Licata looking over the Bowling Green defense. Hands it off. This is Taylor. Taylor spins across the 25 for a short pickup. That'll bring up third down. Isaiah Lunsford at the bottom of the pile there for Bowling Green. So 3rd and 6 here from the 27. Changes defensively for the Falcons. Licata trying to catch him on the hard count, and then looks for a play change over on the sideline. You see him look down at his wristband here on 3rd and 6. Weiser goes over into the slot on the left side. Licata under pressure, steps out and then takes off. Has the first down at the 35 and spun down at the 38. First down for Licata and the Bulls.
This is cover 1 now. Everybody has a man except for the free safety Turner. And they take away all his routes in man coverage. So he says, heck, I'll run the ball. And that's the free safety right there, Denard Turner, coming down to make a play on Licata, but not before he picks up the first down. And that was a very, very important third down convert that they needed. Keep that offense on the football field.
And Brandon Harris came up with the tackle for the Falcons. So at the 38, 1st and 10. And we're moving here in the third quarter. 5.5 left to go. Licata fires wide open as McGill at the 45 makes a move inside the 40, holds onto the football and wrapped up. But Marcus McGill wide open in the near sideline.
Well, that's adds some excitement now to the Bulls offense. Here, a little taste of a big play to McGill. Licata finds him, a breakdown in coverage, and the Falcons secondary recognizes it. Big pass completion right there, over 20 yards to advance that ball over the middle of the field.
I couldn't tell who was on the outside, but I think he got caught looking inside before you knew it. The speedy Marcus McGill was behind him. So they'll mark it at the 39 of Bowling Green. Licata going to load up, fires. He's looking for Willoughby, and that pass is going to be short. Clint Stevens in coverage for Bowling Green.
See right there, the timing's just not there. He throws the ball before Willoughby comes out of his break, but there's really no connection there, no chemistry between the two, and the rhythm, the timing is all blown up. That's why that pass is not completed.
That one just didn't look like it had a lot of zip on it. I don't know. They are going into the wind, going down at this end.
Well, I think it had a little bit of pressure in Licata in his face, so they didn't allow him to really, step into the ball, step into the throw, and deliver it with authority.
I'll bring up 2nd and 10 now. Taylor, the deep back behind Licata. Kendall Patterson in motion for Buffalo. This is Taylor, got a hole on the right side. Look out, Taylor over the right side, close to a first down. He'll be about a half yard short. You saw Taylor starting to shift gears as he got out over the right side. behind Manasalvis and Blodgett.
Watch Manasalvis come in and lead up into the hole. That's beautiful. Now, he doesn't get the kill shot on the defensive back, but he creates a lot of space right there or some running room behind him. They do a nice job. That's their power play, down, and bring Manasalvo around.
And there's Taylor again, another rip and a big first down pickup to the 20. So the Bulls right back in the red zone for the second straight series. Let's see what they've got here.
Well, they love running the ball to that right side.
They'll keep the tempo going too, and then the flag comes in to stop play with 4:20 left to go, and that'll give BG a chance to make some moves defensively.
Ball start, offense. Number 61, 5-yard penalty, first down.
That's Manasalvis. And again, nothing will drive a coach more crazy when everybody knows they're playing up tempo.
Yeah, or your
offensive linemen are still moving.
Yeah, and you're humming. I mean, you're hitting on all cylinders. You're moving the ball, and you come up with a false start.
Jordan Johnson, the deep back behind Licata. Johnson's got the football, trying to get to the edge. Does, still on his feet. Inside the 20. Ben Hale on the tackle. Trenton Green from his outside linebacker position for Bowling Green on the play. This time they're getting inside the red zone. They said, let's pound the football, see what happens.
Right, yeah, let's test those big offensive linemen. We've been singing their praises all season. Let's put them to work.
Now Johnson will stay behind Licata. Licata fires, and that one incomplete.
Licata's pass incomplete, intended for Smiley.
Just a little bit behind Smiley on the hip.
Trying to find that window. See the window right there. Nice play by the backer who really gets a nice break on the ball. You see him right there. He shrinks that window for Smiley and Licata to make the connection. That's when you talk about threading a needle right there.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 7. Big third down here for Licata and the Bulls.
It was middle linebacker Nate Lott, number 27, does a nice job breaking on that football, closing that passing lane.
Licata got plenty of time, leaked it out. This is Taylor. Taylor's got some running room, picks up the first down. Good play call there by Buffalo.
Backs catching the ball out of the backfield. That really hurts. Linebackers normally responsible for that, but that's an offense saying, hey, listen, we're going to take what the defense gives us. They give us a check down. We'll give it to our back. Let's let him run with the football.
So first down from the 10. Taylor to the right of Licata. Looking up top for Willoughby, and it knocked out of his hands defensively by Stevens. That was a nice play by Clint Stevens, a sophomore, one-on-one with Willoughby.
That's a back shoulder throw right there, and Stevens just gets nasty. He means all. He recognizes, Willoughby's eyes had to get so big right there. Stevens recognizes that. He knows the ball is going to be thrown, and you see that right arm, man. It starts making contact, breaks the pass up.
Boy, Ronnie had it in his hands, too. A guy that doesn't drop a lot of passes, I can tell you that. 2nd and 10. Willoughby's at the bottom of your screen. Licata looked that way and then fires and throws it away. Willoughby was covered by Alfonso Mack.
So you're thinking to yourself, why can't they complete the pass in the red zone? Because the Falcons in the secondary are really clamping down on the coverage. They're saying, hey, listen, this is my guy. He's in my, whether it's man-to-man, he's in, if it's zone and he's in my area, I'm playing it like he's going to get the ball. If it's man-to-man, they're very aggressive, they're very physical, and it's making hard for Licata to find an open receiver.
Well, I got to think they're in 4-down territory no matter what. Down 21-6. It's 3rd and 10. Inside 3 minutes here in the third quarter. Johnson is the running back. Licata fires, and he was looking for Weiser. Alfonso Mack in coverage for the Falcons.
Watch Taylor Royster right there, number 33, and that's why this pass was incomplete. He's got wiser. He's made that connection all day long, but he sees Royster coming at him. I mean, and he's a load. He knows he's going to take a shot and just not able to set his feet and deliver the pass with any accuracy.
Well, I thought they might go for it. The Bulls fans want him to go for it, but they'll settle for the field goal here. And that one is up and good. So 3 field goals is all Buffalo has been able to muster here this afternoon. 2:41 left to go here in the third quarter. 21-9, Bowling Green. And welcome back. 2:41 left to go. 21-9 as the Bulls go 16 plays, which is the most plays they've run in a series here this afternoon. 78 yards, 5.5 minutes, and come away with a field goal.
That's outstanding. I mean, they built upon that first series of downs that they had coming out into the second half. There, they put together another strong drive. This time, they come away with 3 points, but you can't continue to trade touchdowns for field goals. That's just not going to get it. But it is encouraging that they're executing, and they've got. I mean, the game time adjustments, the halftime adjustments by Coach Leipold has been fabulous. I mean, this to me, offensively, it's a different team, executing better, especially in the run game.
Miller dropped the football inside his 10 and then tried to stretch it to the outside. Buffalo's there. And a good tackle by the Bulls in some tough field position for Matt Johnson and the Falcons when we come back. 2:36 left to go. There's a flag down on the field. 21-9 Falcons.
Seahawks at 8:15, Monday on ESPN.
In the hunt for the college football playoff, the food chain is never settled. Everybody is sizing up everybody else. But who has what it takes to make it to the top?
The grandest entrance in college football.
What a throw by Kaiser.
Watson, he's fired it, and he touchdown.
This is a huge opportunity for both teams.
An electric atmosphere. The battle of unbeatens.
Notre Dame, Clemson, tonight at 8 Eastern on ABC and streaming live on Watch ESPN.
Hey, dude. Where you'll stay with me forever?
Yo. What's up, Danny?
I'm Scott Van Pelt. Time now for the best available video, which comes to us tonight from College Park. What makes sports so cool are the things that happen like this.
To have a chance for 28, they've got to win this one. The American League Wildcard Game, Tuesday at 8 on ESPN.
Well, Lance Leipold not a happy guy right now after his special teams makes a great play to get Bowling Green inside the 5. Then an unsportsmanlike conduct on Jordan Collier moves the ball back out after a 15-yard mark off to the 21. So they put Bowling Green in a great situation and then took him right out of it with the penalty.
Emotion is a great thing. It's definitely a great thing. It's a huge part of football, but it needs to be channeled the right way. And that there is a perfect example of not being channeled the right way.
Coppett picked up 2. Here as the third quarter starts to wind down. And you can't say enough about what Bowling Green's been able to do defensively. We've talked about how much of an offense this team brings in, one of the best in college football, but it's been the defense today that has really shut down Buffalo and kept them in check. Big plays on the offense and big plays in the red zone by the defense.
In the red zone. And, at halftime, Bowling Green had 3 for 4 in red zone chances to score. The Bulls had 2 for 3. Now that's changed here in the first couple of possessions of the second half. Now they lap them. The Bulls go 4 for 5 now in red zone chances to score. And like to your point, the Bowling Green, the Falcons have kept them out of that end zone, and they put touchdowns when they've had the chance.
Well, that was a good run there by Coppin. Otherwise, it would have been the second 3 and out for the Bowling Green offense. And Buffalo's getting that ball right back.
Right, and you know, it's if not for their inability to score touchdowns in the red zone, this would be a different game.
Coppin finds a hole. Look out! 50, 40, Coppin trying to get to the outside. He does. Big pickup by Coppin. Marcus Baker on the tackle as the junior squirts out for a big play.
Coach Baybar recognizes now they're heavy on the perimeter, so let's run Coppin up the middle. That time they gash him for a big play.
It'll be Coppin again. Coppin close to another first down. Picks up 8. So back-to-back pickups by the junior.
Well, if it's not broke, don't fix it. They're going to run it again.
Johnson fakes it, fires, and thrown behind Dieter. Dieter in man coverage. Marcus Baker there defending. First-year starter at the corner for Lance Leipold.
Take a look at it. Now they had me fooled. They go off to play action when you're running so well. It sets up the play action right there. They try to get the ball to Dieter, but the ball's a rare miss by Matt Johnson.
He would love to have that one back. Dieter had a step on Baker in the right direction. 3rd and 2, and they'll give it to Coppin. Another big hole up the middle, and Coppin picks up the first down. Well, we talked so much about Buffalo's offensive line. How about the Falcons in this series here, opening up some holes for Fred Coppin?
Yeah, they certainly are. That's just zone blocking up front, creating a great seam for Coppin on the inside zone. There's nothing fancy there. He's just running straight ahead.
They continue to give the football to the junior. Picked up 2 there. Be 2nd and 8 at Buffalo's 10. Changes offensively for the Falcons.
Little bit of a wrinkle here for the Falcons in their offensive approach. We didn't call Coppin a ton in the first half, and here the Bulls are getting something that they haven't seen.
Johnson on the keeper. They brought Travis Green back, and we haven't seen a lot of Travis Green here in this second half.
See Johnson off the quarterback read, fakes it, uses Green as a decoy coming into the game. Eyes are on him, uses him as a decoy, keeps it himself, tries to make something happen up into that soft middle that we've seen.
And that's the end of the third quarter. And Bowling Green in control here. They'll have a 3rd and 5 when we come back. The Falcons 21, the Bulls 9. Stadium, get ready to start the fourth quarter. Bowling Green faces a 3rd and 5 from the 7. Mike Aarons, Frank Stams, Ben Wagner from Buffalo as these teams begin the trek through the MAC. And the 2-time defending MAC East champs in town, the Falcons, to take on the Bulls. It's been the Fred Coppin show on this drive. 75 yards in the drive, 65 of them belong to number 28. He's right back in there on a 3rd and 5. Johnson, little pitch end around here. Dieter, he's got room, look out, gets in for the touchdown, and that's Ronnie Moore. A little razzle-dazzle for the Falcons, and Moore comes in around the backside and runs in for the touchdown. 7-yard touchdown run for the junior. A little wrinkle for the offense down in the red zone.
Yeah, like the option reverse there, and they run it to perfection.
Tate for the extra point. And it is good. So the opening play here of the fourth quarter, and it's a touchdown for Ronnie Moore as they extend the lead. Bowling Green in control here in Buffalo, 28-9. Before left to go, taking a look at Ronnie Moore. celebrating that 7-yard touchdown run as the Falcons in control here, 28-9. They add a little something when they get down there in the red zone. And Mr. Moore came in on the backside.
He's got some moves.
And found the end zone.
And they give him the ball on I call it the option right, reverse left to Ronnie Moore, executed perfectly off the pitch, gets a nice block by Dieter out in front. But there's the difference. They're scoring touchdowns in the red zones.
So the Bulls with a fourth quarter of work here and trying to get something going. Devin Campbell back to receive the kick. That is one. Campbell, and the flag comes in off the backside as he gets out across the 20 to the 24. But a block against one of his teammates is going to bring that back.
You saw it. There's 3 flags on the field. If I had one, I would have thrown it from up here. I mean, it was right in the middle of the field, and that's going to be costly. Again, you talked about Coach Leipold not being happy with the last special team.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Receiving team, number 22. Half the distance to the goal line, first down.
He's really not going to be happy with this one. Take a look at it right here. It's going to come from there. It is right there, right in the top left of your screen. Plain as day. And that draws a ton of laundry.
It's Diamond Williams, the sophomore. The last play for Bowling Green. 10 plays, 79 yards in 2 minutes and 42 seconds. It led to a Ronnie Moore touchdown. So Joe Licata and the Bulls go to work here, backed up inside their 10. That's Kendall Patterson in motion. This is Jordan Johnson. Johnson over the left side. And he's going to lose a yard. Mike Minns over there on that side, along with Taylor Royster, who's had a great day for Bowling Green. He has been everywhere, number 33.
That was just great support on the outside. I think came from Sanford as well. He just flew up in there from his backer position, creates that hard edge for no gain.
Lisa in motion. Going to test the right side. Johnson this time puts his head down out across the 15. Tough yards for the junior there. That'll bring up a third down.
Yeah, the backers for the Falcons are getting a great run pass key here. I'm watching them, and those backers, at times, in the middle there, they're maybe less than 2 yards off the ball, anticipating run in a heavy way. That makes all the difference in the world when you're a linebacker and you can really anticipate run versus fast. It gives you that a little bit more of an edge. Here, I mean, look, they're within 2-3 yards.
Yeah, they are stacking the box right now. And Licata gets a big push and picks up the first down. Well, that's so nice to have those big linemen. Yeah. We talked about how big that line is. Just pick a guy and follow him.
Yeah. Now, I know it was third and short there, but still, that's not atypical what they've been doing with on the other downs. So
out at the 20, a first down. Clock moving here in the fourth quarter. Licata spins left side, fires to the far sideline. Lisa comes up with the catch. First down, Buffalo. Out at the 44. Nice throw by Licata. An even better catch by Lisa. And a flag down on the play.
It's a tough throw for Licata.
Personal
working
foul.
to his left, right-handed quarterback.
Defense, number 92. 15-yard penalty. Added to the end of the play. Automatic first down.
Oh, that becomes a big, big play. And that's been a rare penalty on Bowling Green. That's a big one. Let's see if Buffalo can take it and use it. This ball's going to be stepped off all the way to the BG 41. We'll see if Licata can use this, create a little momentum, and get into the end zone for Buffalo. Jordan Johnson is the deep back. That's McGill in motion. Play action. Licata under pressure, and he's sacked back at the 49. Zach Colvin comes up with the sack. Or excuse me, Shannon Smith, the sophomore, the redshirt sophomore, comes up with the sack. 6'1", 281, and they get to Licata.
Licata's had some pretty good pockets to throw. He's had some pressure, but that's the first time they've broken through and put him to the ground.
Well, Smith does an excellent job of collapsing that pocket on Licata. It was a 3-man route in the secondary. They were all deep. Falcons take that away, forces Licata to hold the ball longer than he wants, and Smith comes up with the sack.
Loss of 6, and he goes right back to McGill on 2nd and 16. Picks up 7 as he gets back to the 40, just past the line of scrimmage. They'll bring up 3rd and 9.
Bulls keep coming at you. I mean, they've been able to move the ball, between the 20s. And their difficulty lies within the red zone.
Let's see what they can do here. 3rd and 9 from the 40. Johnson in the backfield along with Licata. He's got Willoughby, and he picks up the first down. Willoughby at the 29, first down Buffalo.
Wow, Willoughby does an exceptional job of catching that ball with a defender on his back, and Licata certainly threw a strike.
Well, that'll move the chains as they get out to the 29. They want to go up tempo here. Licata, another quick throw to Willoughby. Willoughby tries to spin out of one tackle and does, and then lunges towards another first down. He's close. Pick up 9 on the play.
Willoughby that time working against Ben Hill. He gets the best of him. He separates and then able to pick up yardage after the catch.
The fake to Taylor, and then he goes up top. And that's going to be close to a first down. That's Martinez.
Martinez does a lot of running around for less than a yard. Comes up short.
They'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Taylor in the backfield with Licata. Licata looking pass, firing end zone, and he overthrew his guy. Marcus McGill got a hand on it. Good coverage by BG.
That's Mack on the coverage there on McGill. Does a nice job of really putting his hip on McGill's hip. Again, you see the arm strength right there by Licata. Throws a laser to McGill. McGill just a little high. But Mack is right there where he needs to be underneath that coverage.
Coach Leipold going for it here on 4th and 1. They'll fake it. And Licata going to run around the left side and pick up the first down. Though Buffalo will move the chains. And the keeper by Licata.
A little bit quarterback run in there. Very effective when everybody's accounted for. Let your quarterback run with the football. He does a nice job of keeping that around left end and then protecting himself getting out of bounds.
At the 16 of Bowling Green. Taylor behind Licata. He's firing to Martinez, and did he get in? Martinez at the goal line, and they're going to say he's just short. Martinez on the quick strike.
Yeah, again, inside. When you get inside your defender, that's what you want to be in the red zone right there. Martinez does that well. We've seen it a number of times. On the quick slant right there, you got a skinny post. You want to get inside.
The ruling on the previous play was the runner was short of the goal line. The previous play is under further review.
Well, it's under review. You saw the replay we just showed you.
Well, I thought he was in. But, they've got a better vantage point than I do from down there. Take a look at the strike right there. Well thrown ball. It's hard to tell from this spot. It's Clint Stevens on the coverage. Not bad. You see Martinez, he's able to take a look at it right here.
Yeah, the knee is down. It's just where is the ball when the knee is down?
This will give us a good look right here.
Now, after review, it looks like they're going to confirm and say that what Frank said, they're going to be right there.
Yeah, they made a nice call. You see the replay. That last shot we had is a good shot. The knees down, ball short.
Great job by our guys in the truck.
After further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. The runner was short of the goal line. First down.
Well, that's the bad news. The good news is you got first and goal. You got plenty of time to get in. So Licata will bring the offensive unit back out and see what they have here. They'll bring out Kendall Patterson as the up back, and Taylor is the deep back. That Shrek in motion settles down on the left side. This is going to be Taylor. Taylor trying to pick his way in. He stood up at the goal line, wrapped up and stopped.
Who is that masked man playing with his hair on fire? That's Nate Locke, number 27. I mean, just does a great job of finding the ball, finding Taylor and keeping him out of the end zone. Great goal line stand right there.
Now second and goal. And Licata motioning. There's some confusion as to where they're lining up, and they've got to take a timeout. So Coach Leipold wants to take his first timeout here in the second half.
This will be a 30-second timeout.
Well, Licata trying to get his guys in position. 9:19 left to go here, fourth quarter. 28-9 Falcons. And Buffalo knocking on the door here on a second and goal. Really, despite the score, it's been a lot of Buffalo here in the second half.
Right. I mean, it's been mostly Buffalo here in the second half. I mean, they've moved the ball up and down the field. They just haven't been able to come away with any touchdowns. Maybe they'll change. That'll change right here.
Just got to be frustrating if you're Buffalo, knowing that you can put points on the board, but the BG defense has been good inside that red zone. That really has been the difference here this afternoon. For Buffalo.
Yep, at red zone defense, that's an emphasis in practice. They'll practice, red zone defense throughout the year. It's a big emphasis in training camp. They'll do it during the week as well. It's a different package. When an offense gets in the red zone, it's a different package of plays.
14th play of the drive right here. Patterson the up back. This is Taylor. Taylor again into the pile, and he's not going to get there. Knocked back again.
Another nice job by the front four, the front seven, front eight. In this case, you got goal line defense right here for the Falcons of controlling that line of scrimmage. Guys with their hands in the dirt, playing low, letting the backers play over top.
This time it's Licata is going to spin out and throw it, and he just throws it over, looking for Kendall Patterson out of the backfield. Patterson couldn't handle the pass, and that'll bring up fourth and goal.
Love the play call here. Play action on the goal line following two runs. They've got it, just not able to make the connection right there. Ball's a little bit overthrown for Patterson.
You saw Trenton Green chasing. Great play call, just not able to execute. So that'll bring up a fourth down. And this time, Jordan Johnson, he'll get the pitch. Johnson straight ahead, crashes in for the touchdown. Third touchdown of the year for the junior. And Buffalo has found the end zone for the first time here this afternoon. No go for the extra point. And just when you thought things were starting to turn, hang on, 8:42 left to go in this one. And you take a peek at the scoreboard, things are getting a little interesting. This one goes up, and it's good. 28-16 with 8:42 left to go. Jordan Johnson crashes in. We've got a whole new ball game here in Buffalo. Left to go as Dino Babers' defense gives up their first touchdown of the day. After a 16-play, 92-yard drive, remember, they started back after a penalty, and you thought, Buffalo, remember, had good field position, then it was a personal foul. They're starting back at their own 8. Well, 92 yards and 6 minutes later, it's a 28-16 game.
if I'm not mistaken, that's the third impressive drive of this half. Look at the yardage right here about Bowling Green. We've got 155, versus what Buffalo had. The total offense almost even.
There was 2 drives where they ran 32 plays in the second half. They had 45 plays total in the first half.
Incredible. Great halftime adjustments made by the Buffalo coaching staff, Coach Leipold.
But it's the red zone that's been the difference. And big stops by Bowling Green in the red zone. But hey, hang on. There's plenty of football left.
Red zone's been the difference in the first half. Now here in the second half, they're on top of that.
Yep.
You got
And a return out across the 25. Miller flag comes in on the backside. And if that's against BG, that's going to back them up. And you can talk about the momentum swing back Buffalo's way. If they can get some help here and they get backed up and they get a stop, look out.
Well, and if you're a defensive coordinator, you're talking Brian Borland. For Buffalo, what I'm thinking is maybe a pick 6 or a turnover. Give your offense a short field, a quick score. Now it truly is anybody's football game.
Well, the officials are talking this one over. Back judge threw the flag.
There are 2 fouls in the play, both on the kicking team. Offside. Kicking team, number 30. 39. That penalty will be declined. We have personal foul, illegal contact below the waist on the kicking team, number 10. 15-yard penalty from the end of the play, automatic first down.
That'll go on Brandon Smiley, but how many special team penalties has Buffalo had here tonight?
Yes, right. You see Coach Leipold right there, keeping his cool, staying poised. He's a great leader because his players look to him on how to react, but he's not going to be happy with that. That will get addressed.
Yeah, he's not that type of a guy. He's an internal fire type of guy, and you don't become a 6-time National Coach of the Year by losing your cool. He will get it done here in Buffalo.
Players respect that. They respect that. But he knows that is the quickest way to lose football games is commit stupid penalties.
They're out to the 40, and that's a quick hitch to Moore. Ronnie Moore finds a seam. Moore into Bulls territory and slung down at the 38-yard line.
So here's your spread offense right here. I mean, at its best right there, taking a page. I mean, and this offense is modeled after what they're doing down at Baylor. You have 3 receivers set to left, get the ball to the perimeter, and just go.
Here comes Moore again. Quick tempo by Bowling Green. Matt Johnson wants to get to the line, get his guys ready. As you see Moore come up with the football, and they're right back to the line of scrimmage.
Right, and let's just get the ball to our skill, get a couple blockers out in front of him, and maybe create some space, break a couple of tackles, and score quickly.
A 2nd and 5 from the 33. Give it to Green, and he is bottled up and dropped. That's Brandon Crawford who wrapped him up. Crawford's had a nice football game here.
He certainly has, and I was just going to say that he's done a nice job of showing up in the backfield a number of times. There's Crawford right there attacking. That's what you want to be. Hey, listen, go get it. It's a simple game. You see the ball defensively, go and get it. Don't hesitate. If you sit there and you wait for those guys to block you, boy, they've got all the advantage in the world. That makes it 10 times harder when you sit, wait, and catch.
It's a very young Buffalo defense. A lot of sophomores, a couple of juniors. Crawford, a junior, has a fumble return for a touchdown already this year. That's Dieter. And Dieter going to be short. Picked up 2. So that'll bring up 4th and 5 with 7 minutes left here in the quarter.
So you see a young defense right there. You mentioned it. What's impressive right there, after Dieter catches it, man, a number of black shirts are all over him. They're rallying to the ball. They're still playing hard. They're down 12 in the 4th quarter, but they're still playing hard. And that's things that a new staff brings with them and coaches their guys to do, and keep playing. No matter what the circumstances are, you just keep playing.
So they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And that one is going to be blown dead.
Well, and lucky for the Bulls, it was.
They get a timeout.
Delay a game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down. Please reset the game clock to 6:33, please.
Yeah, the delay a game will back them up and see what they're going to do here, because now it stops the clock. Before, the clock's rolling and they're moving. 6:33 to go. They don't get this one here. The ball's sitting at the 38. If Buffalo can come up with a stop here, they're going to get the football back in some very good field position. Johnson looks over to the sideline, gets the call. They're going to empty out the backfield. 4 wide receiver package for the Falcons. 28-16, big play here as they go for it on 4th and 10. Johnson fires, and it's dropped. Had his man, had the first down, but Burbrink could not hold on to the football. And Buffalo will get the ball when we come back. 6:29 left to go. A big 4th down stop and a costly drop for the Falcons. 28-16 Bowling Green.
In the hunt for the college football.
Welcome back to UB Stadium. Much like the players, the fans have weathered the storm, and the Bulls here are going to try to reward them. It's 28-16 with 6:29 left to go, and Buffalo will start with their best starting field position of the day from the 38.
How about that? With 6.5 minutes to go in the game, this is their best field position of the day. That should say something about the kind of game that the Falcons have played in their special teams.
They're going to have to pick up the tempo because both of their 16-play drives lasted almost 6 minutes. There's 6:29 on the clock. So if you want to score and get something going and get the football back, as they open up a little swing pass to Anthony Taylor for a good positive yardage on 1st down as he gets out to the 45. So he picks up 7. And you can see Licata moving that offense around. They're going to speed this up, get some tempo going, try to push the ball down the field. Fires near sideline. That's complete. Marcus McGill picks up the 1st down, tried to get out of bounds, but he's tackled short. Denard Turner made the tackle as McGill tried to fight his way over to the sideline to stop the clock. Good tackle by Turner. The clock will stop momentarily while they reset the chains.
So like we've seen most of the day from the Falcons, they're going to give up the underneath route but protect the deep pass.
Willoughby on the far sideline for a short pickup, but again, picked up 6 on 1st down.
And Licata's going to say, okay, you're going to give us the 5, 6, 7-yard route. We're going to take them all day long, work the sidelines, and control the clock.
Yeah, they'll keep pushing that tempo. No substitutions for Bowling Green. This is Taylor on the left side, 1st down, inside the 40. Oh, Anthony Taylor continues to move the chains.
Bowling Green's got to find a little better attitude defensively, because now at this clip, the way the Bulls are moving the ball, they will score, and then they'll have a chance with an onside kick.
Fired that one complete on the far sideline. And Ronnie Willoughby runs a nice little pattern to that far sideline, picks up the 1st down.
Great execution we didn't see in the 1st half. Again, we point to the halftime adjustments that Coach Leipold has made have been outstanding.
Yeah, that was a great throw by Licata. Willoughby not even out. And that one's pushed in there. That'll be 1st and goal. It's Willoughby again. The Licata really moving the chains here. They're getting this one done quick. 5:20 left to go.
Willoughby working with Mack. He just out-muscles Mack for that football, showing some toughness downfield.
7th play of the drive goes up in the corner for Willoughby. Then a flag came in.
That's going to go against Mack. He was not playing the ball. He was playing Willoughby. Going to get him for face guarding. That's going to be a touchdown for the Bulls.
Willoughby made a great catch in the corner.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 26. Penalties declined. Result of the play. Touchdown.
Take a look at this catch here.
Just a timing pattern to the outside. Again, you see Mack not at all playing the quarterback with the ball. His eyes aren't turned around. He's just face guarding the receiver, and he draws the penalty.
So 7 plays, they go 62 yards in 1 minute 16 seconds.
How
so
about that?
We talked about having to do it fast. Yeah. And Ronnie Willoughby was a great high school basketball player, and you can see he used his hops on that play there. He's a big target at 6'4", 210.
Full start.
And take a look at what
offense.
he's done.
Number 74.
His junior
5
year,
yard penalty.
50 catches last year. After a sophomore season, he caught the ball 3 times. And then look what he does his junior year, 50 catches, and already here, 31 catches his senior year in his 5th week of the season.
And that kind of improvement is what NFL scouts look for. They say, hey, listen, maybe this kid, and we've seen it time and time again with guys coming out of the MAC, and the MAC is emerging as really as a grounds for NFL recruits. You see a number of them, but they look for that kind of improvement, saying, hey, listen, with the right development, we could make him into maybe the next Julian Edelman.
And just like that, 28-22, and what a game changer it has been. So Joe Licata, with that touchdown pass, ties him with Tyler Tettleton for 15th all-time in the MAC. 66 touchdown tosses, already the Buffalo career touchdown leader. And that just moved him into some elite company as he moves up into 15th place along with the former Bobcat Tyler Tettleton. He's already 3rd in career passing yards here at UB. Has the touchdown passing record. And last year, he'll even admit, not a great game for him against BG, but he's come out here as Buffalo has now entered the 500-yard.
How about that? How about that? And, this is a completely different team than it was in the first half. And I'm Bowling Green. I'm nervous. I'm nervous, one, about not getting this onside kick because that last performance or the whole performance in the second half by the Bulls has been outstanding, and chances are they will score with the ball. Now, we talked about this, these two teams getting together, and these are close games.
Yes.
Last year was a 1-point game.
Got a 6-point game right here, and let's face it, Bowling Green's been flat here in the second half. Buffalo made the adjustments at halftime, and they've come out and taken it to them. Going to be a short kick, fielded at the 20, and returned out across the 35, but there's a flag down on the play. Brandon Harris returned the kick for Bowling Green. But that's going to be a holding call on the Falcons. That's going to back them up. And we'll see what they want to do.
During the return, holding. Receiving team, number 26. 10-yard penalty, first down.
And the Bulls faithful that have stuck around for this one, they've been rewarded. This has turned into a pretty good football game in the second half.
They'll be all on their feet in a moment here. And I'm sitting here talking about onside kick. There's no need for an onside kick. I forgot how fast they scored with the ball the last time they had it. Hardly ran any time off the clock. I thought maybe looking at that they would run that clock down to maybe 3 or 2 minutes. But there's plenty of time left in this game with just over 5 minutes.
That's Travis Green over the left side. You know, you talk about having to run the football, but when you have a spread offense like Bowling Green, the way they move the football, it's almost like they're running with it. They're short design passes, they swing, they do a bunch of different things.
And that's a little bit of the knock on the spread offense. I don't know if I buy into it, but it can be. How do you finish a game when you need to run the ball down the field,
right.
All right, and just load it up and take time off the clock and ground and pound right there? Can you do it? I mean, look at this formation. That doesn't tell me that you're going to grind and pound your way down the field.
They faked to Travis Green. Stepped off, missed one. That's Ronnie Moore. Moore up the right sideline. Moore out of bounds and picks up the first down. And there's a flag down back at the 34. Could be in the area of holding where that bunch set was. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense, number 1. 10-yard penalty, second down.
Well, they get Roger Lewis. It was that bunch package up top. And Lewis gets called for the hold.
Costly penalty because not only does it take away a big play right there to the outside, but it also negates that first down run that put him in 2nd and 4. See Coach Babers, he too keeps his poise. His team is looking to him for leadership. That's very important. He recognizes that, hey, listen, you know, we're professionals here. We've got to stay balanced. We've got to stay calm. Do your job.
With 4 minutes and counting here Winding down to 4 minutes left. Sitting at a 2nd and 11 from the 24. This time they're going to hand it to Green. Green straight ahead, and he nearly picked up the first down, about a yard short. Out at the 34. Well, the clock will continue to move. And a 3rd down and 1 for Bowling Green.
Outstanding job on that 2nd down with the run. Looked like they went with the counter tray, just ran the ball up the middle with Green. He powers ahead, making a liar out of me as far as finishing this game with the run. And for their sake, I'm glad they are.
Yeah, Travis Green, they brought back in here. Didn't see much of him at the tail end of the first quarter. Matt Johnson was running that offense with big plays. And now they'll take a timeout, want to talk this one over. 3rd and 1 from the 34. And a 28-22 lead for Bowling Green.
First team timeout, Bowling Green. This will be a 30-second timeout.
So a short timeout to talk this one over because it is a big 3rd down with the momentum that Buffalo has put together here in the second half.
You want to get this one right. You had 3 minutes and 16 seconds to go into the game. You get this one right, now 2 things are going to happen. You're going to make Buffalo burn a lot of timeouts, or you're going to burn a lot of time off that clock. So this is a huge 3rd down for them.
And it's even tough to guess what a Bowling Green team would do because of the way that they spread you out and run the football, though, just the different formations that Coach Babers puts together. You just have no idea. I really don't. It's not one of those teams where you can say they're going to run the football. They're going to pound it at them. But I guess you can tell by the formation when they come out, because I can see Donovan Wilson coming out, the big fullback right now. So that already told me it looks like a jumbo package.
Right. I don't see any single, a lot of single digits out there as far as numbers.
You come out with the jumbo, and then you hand the football off. That's going to be Wilson, and Wilson's going to push ahead for the 1st down. You saw they brought out Derek Lee, the tight end, put him in the backfield.
So here comes all the single digit right there. There's the power. That's the power coming around with the offensive lineman, and just a great push. That's a nice job of coming up by Lewis there, supporting the corner, but it's just too little too late. The damage was already done by that left side of the offensive line and allowing Green to get up in there and pick up the 1st.
Yeah, we talked about the formation. You saw J.J. Beggin, the 6'3", 290-pound redshirt right guard back there, along with Derek Lee at 258, your tight end, and then they give it to the 230-pound fullback for the 1st down. So I take it back. You can't be surprised. There's power football at its best right there. So,
well, they've got it in their package. It's probably just not practiced a ton. You know, they've got multiple packages. You see the spread. You see, the empty set. You have different personnel groupings.
Now they'll come down 3 minutes, 11 seconds left to go. Bowling Green with the lead, the football, and a 1st down at their 36. Travis Green back in there behind Derek Lee, the tight end. And this is going to be Johnson on the keeper, and he is swallowed up. Damon Harris wrapped him up after he got back to the line of scrimmage, and Buffalo's going to take another timeout.
You see Johnson right there taking
3rd and final timeout, Buffalo. 30-second timeout.
Taking a big hit off this quarterback run. Take a look at it, just option football right there. He takes a big hit. Now he avoids, I should say, he avoids the big hit right there. He gets down low, take a look at it again. Watch him slide right there. And those 2 guys, they bump heads together. If he doesn't slide, then he takes the brunt of that. Maybe he suffers a concussion, you don't know. But they spent a ton of time with him, Coach Barber did, teaching him how to avoid that hit and to protect yourself. And they showed him pictures, or they showed him film of NFL quarterbacks and how they do it, slide, how to protect themselves, because he's valuable. He's much better on the field for the Falcons, obviously, than off the field.
Yeah, and the one thing that has changed in Matt Johnson's career, he's really, really a good game manager, and the coaches tell me it all starts, he's a good practicer. He knows how to practice, and that's real important at the college level, really at any level. If you have a good week of practice to prepare yourself, you're going to come in ready to play.
Right, because it really doesn't change, Mike. When you go out to the practice, the pace of the game.
Number 91 for Buffalo was injured on the previous play. By rule, he must sit out 1 down.
Well, Damon Harris, who made the tackle, is now being escorted to the sideline.
I think Coach Leipold's saying, I called a timeout. He should be able to stay in the game.
Did Crawford, I know Crawford was in on the play. Did he get
right there?
Yeah, he got hit by his own man. He took the brunt of the hit.
Right.
Brandon Crawford came in almost helmet to the chin.
So he's a little dazed. He stays down. And right there.
Good job, guys. Travis Green to the outside. Travis Green, one man to beat. Cuts back inside. Big gain, stays in bounds. And a good run by Travis Green, but a smart run by Travis Green.
And staying in bounds downfield. He understands the game. He understands what they're trying to accomplish here with less than 3 minutes to go.
Now Brandon Crawford's down for the Bulls. I saw him coming down late. And take another look at this run.
Take a look at a nice change of direction there. Vision, his eyes are up. Look at that cut right to the outside, makes a defender miss. And here downfield, he stays in bounds and then gets underneath the tacklers to protect himself. Take another look at this. Look at that cutting in the backfield right there. Change of direction in the backfield and then downfield. Do a little Walter Payton as he moves down the field. Ooh.
I was trying to see where Crawford was. He was caught up in the middle of the field. I don't know if he got run into by one of his own guys in the pursuit.
Well, Crawford is probably still, he and Harris on the last play, they went head-to-head. He's probably still suffering a little bit from that last play. The officials just didn't recognize it on him, and here it catches up with him.
Yeah, and they're taking a long time down there with him on the field. You see him surrounded by the training staff, and now Coach Leipold's coming out to check on Crawford, who's had a phenomenal football game here this afternoon for the Bulls. He's been everywhere.
The good thing is he's sitting up, and I think they're working on his leg. If that's a good thing. I saw him limping a little bit.
But you made a good point, the collision that he had with Harris, and that's a great sign. Did he get up and walk off on his own power? We talked about how young this Bulls defense is, and he's certainly one of the keys defensively. Already with a fumble return for a score this year, but this is a really young defense that Coach Leipold has, and has the potential to be a very, very good defense, because Buffalo has been one of the best defensive teams in the MAC for a long time. You get that reputation, but eventually things start to turn over a little bit, and some of the younger guys have to step up and make plays and then eventually become the older guys, and that's kind of where he is right now. His offense is a little bit ahead of his defense.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. For a long time they were led by their All-American linebacker Khalil Mack, who's now making a big impact in the NFL with the Oakland Raiders. But players, young players, high school players, they see that, they're attracted to that, they come on board, and it's a culture that Coach Leipold wants to continue on, and certainly defensive coordinator Borland recognizes that as well.
Now the clock is winding down here, inside 3 minutes to go after Crawford gets off on his own power. So it'll be first down from the Buffalo 35 with 2.5 here as Johnson goes to work with Travis Green in the backfield. 3 wide receivers up top. That's going to be Green. Green, another big run as he cuts to the outside. He picks up 8. Barry on the tackle for Buffalo.
So this is the beauty of the spread right here, the Baylor-style offenses. You've got really 2 offenses out there on the field. You've got your pass set, your receivers to the right, and then you've got your run game in the middle. And it's really up to Matt Johnson to decide what we want to do. Right there, he makes the decision, hey, we've got the numbers in the run game. Let's give it to our guy Green, and it's successful for a nice pickup on first down, a gain of 8 yards. So he's really looking at that. He's looking at that. Now he's under center, a little bit different here. But he's looking at defense and saying, hey, let's take what they give us.
And using up that play clock as Green moves straight ahead, and then he picks up the first down. That's a great job, Johnson. That's just a veteran quarterback right there. You got the senior taking a look at the play clock.
Right.
Burning every bit of this game clock that they can before getting to Travis Green. We thought we'd see a lot of offense, and we're almost 1,000 yards into this game, and it is
ton.
It has been maybe not the highest score that we thought, but the conditions here kind of warranted some of the way things changed up. It has not been a pleasant day to play football, but we've had plenty of big plays to talk about here this afternoon. Coming up on a minute left, going to be Green again. Gilbo on the tackle.
Green was the workhorse in the first half for the Falcons, and now you see him in with that offense finishing this game in the fourth quarter. Congratulations all around for everybody, because they know this was a hard-fought game on the road against a rival.
Over 1,000 yards of offense in this game, 1,037 yards going into the victory formation here. And Bowling Green will extend their winning streak against Buffalo. They've now won 5 in a row. And this is the 6th time in 7 meetings here in Buffalo that they've won. So Bowling Green has come in on 6-1 here on the road at UB Stadium. So a big win for the Falcons. They move to 3-2, and the Bulls will fall to 2-3 in this opener in the MAC East.
And the Falcons continue to stay undefeated in the MAC East. Very impressive. Last 2 years, haven't lost to a MAC East opponent, and here they continue that on in 2015.
Yeah, they have been lights out, and Coach Babers has a lot to do with that. And I know they're happy to come in and get this one, because even though these two schools may be far apart, these two schools really consider themselves big rivals because of what's at stake when these two guys meet. These are the powers of the East, and when they come to Colin like they did here this afternoon, they know the winner of this one has a big leg up and then a chance to move towards that MAC championship. But everything is advertised today, right, partner?
Absolutely. You know, I thought the difference was with the Falcons, they really played well in the first half, and they were able to score touchdowns. The Bulls offensively played well in the second half, and they were able to score a little bit, but touchdowns, field goals, that was the difference.
Well, that'll do it for us here this afternoon. For my partner here in the booth, Frank Stams, for Ben Wagner down on the field, our entire MAC football staff bringing you the first week of the MAC season. Hope you enjoyed this one from UB Stadium. Our final score, Bowling Green 28, Buffalo 22. That's how it opens up in the first week of MAC football. Hope you enjoyed it from everybody here in Buffalo. Good night.